Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Fridays. We are happy to be here. If you are new to collecting Fortnite cards, this is the episode for you. We're going to dig deep into each set and all of the nuances that's in there because there is a lot. So, usually you see in the hobby where they say, if I was to start collecting Fortnite or if I was to start collecting again, this is what I would do. The difference is me and Dylan started pretty early, so the rules all changed. So we're going to go with our experience and the hobby's experience and obviously the chat's experience, get into that. We obviously have some verses and some recent pickups to get into as well. So let's get into it. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm super excited. Let me say what's up to everybody here. Pranksters, Bone Staple, Inky, Sabrina, North Bay, Matthew, Funk, Bone Staple. I saw
What's
you
up?
got
What's up? What's up?
another shard up in the
I
joint.
know it's getting real, bro.
I think I'm over 11 now. I think. Smoked out turtle. Richard, what's going on?
What's up? What's up?
Yes. So if you guys are in the Discord, we started talking about a lot of different stuff. Um, One of the things that inspired us for this video specifically is the Italy cracked ice promo cards.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys have not heard, PSA will not be grading the Italy promo cracked ice cards for Series 3. They claim that it has to do with a licensing issue for art or whatever. So we all got into this big discussion there. So then it made me think of all the different nuances that people don't know. And we wanted to go through those one by one and try to, if you guys know something we don't, now's the time to share so that everybody in the hobby can understand why something's more rare. For instance, we'll just off the top of my head, blasters for Series 1 USA all come with an epic base card additional. In Italy, that card is actually hollow. So Italy epic hollows aren't as rare theoretically as USA epic hollows because of that change.
Okay.
So small things like that, right? That over time we've learned and may have forgotten. I know I keep forgetting like so much stuff.
Yeah.
So
And then to Dylan's point, so when you get epic, you'll get an epic hollow in a pack like this when it comes to Italy.
is
And
it clear though?
it might
I
be
think it's
clear.
I
It's
think
clear.
it's
It's clear.
clear.
It's
It's
clear. It's
clear.
clear.
But
I
like
should
the
I
packing
should know
it,
that. Yeah.
so that pack, so if you get a blaster box, the purple box for Series 1 USA, you get one of these.
That's
It
what
does
that
not
is.
have shards in it. It
Mm-hmm.
has a base epic card.
Yeah.
But the blaster for Series 1 in Italy is a clearer pack and it has a hollow.
Yes.
So I'm grading this on my next submission. And this is an Italy hollow,
Mhm.
but it's
Clean
not a
one too.
US one. It's clean, but it's an Italy one and it's not as rare as the USA one. I don't really care because, I mean, it's hollow. To me, they look the same. Some people can tell slight differences, I guess. But
Yeah.
I'm grading this one. But that's just for those people who care about those small little details of like how many Italy versus USA.
Yeah.
So we'll get into that. We're going to go through. I have a whole new thing on the website for beginners and just getting started. If you guys have stuff that I got wrong or you have some opinions on, feel free to share in the Discord. I can't promise you I'm going to change what I wrote, but I will definitely take the criticism. Dutch School was great. He sent me a lot in the Discord.
Hmm.
So I'm open to any feedback there. Anything else that you got before we get in?
No,
We also have
no.
we also have the Black Knight. Richard, I'm
Yeah.
glad you're here because you've been asking about this for weeks. We have
Hmm.
the Black Knight that you guys donated, that JL donated. We got the grade back from Tag. I do not have the cards in hand, but I do have the dig report. So we can go through that. You want to start with that?
Yeah, yeah, that'll be fun.
All right, I'll start with that. Okay, so this is my tag report. So you can see I sent in 5 cards. I sent in a Black Knight. And I sent this at the tier S so that we could get the 1,000-point score. And if you guys are on the Discord, you saw I already showed you guys my aura. It got a 10, so super excited about that. You guys don't have to look at the rest. You know what? We'll start with Elite Agent. In the Instagram, I posted a picture. I said to guess what card this is. No one got it right. It is the Elite Agent. And if you are familiar with the Elite Agent, they all have this line across. So if you look at Instagram, you can see I posted this. And they caught the line, and it did not get a 10. It got a 931 here because I had 2 defects here. So I assume that if I send another one to Tag and it has a line, it's not going to gem. So I will be looking for an Elite Agent without the line. So if you have one, let me know because it will not get a 10 for me, and I need a 10. So if you guys are on Instagram, this was why. All I'll go back to the black.
Now, what's the grade? What's the grade to get a 10 again? What
The grade for a 10 for them for the 1,000 point score is a 950 and above.
I wonder if you didn't have that on Elite Agent. I wonder if you didn't have that second defect.
The second defect,
If you would have, because that would have got it to like a 950. I don't know what
50.
the maybe
It
the
looks pretty. It looks pretty small.
small, yeah. So maybe not.
It's possible. It's possible, but it looks like that line probably took out a lot of points.
Yeah.
So I mean, 20. You know what I mean? If they both took out the same amount, it would get it to like a 960 maybe.
Go to the back.
So
Flip it over. Go up.
I
Go up.
see. You want to see the
Yeah.
back? Oh, you're
Okay,
right.
that's what. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah.
some stuff on the back. I didn't look at the back. You're right. Print line, scratches, print line. Oh, maybe I will have a chance then.
You might have a chance. Yeah.
I have a chance with the line. You're right. I didn't look at the back.
Dang that is small.
Print line, scratches. It's part of the scratches that got me, to be honest. It's hard to see with the black and white, but they show you where it is. And a scratch defect there. All right, so I guess I'll find another one. It's another one because that back is pretty scratched up.
Yeah. So if you had a clean black back, you
So
might
if
have.
it's just the line, maybe I can get past the 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's another elite agent on eBay. I'll have to like make sure I find comb because I'm not trying. I think they're actually sold out right now to the tier S. So okay, we'll try that. We'll try that again. All right. Are you guys ready for the Black Knight?
Let's get it.
All right. Black Knight got a 948.
So
it missed the 10 by 2 points. I was telling Rob that I think for PSA, based on how much I've sent over like 60 cards to tag now. Based on my experience, I think that reliably, if you want to switch this over to a PSA to get a 10, you probably want to be 960 and above to be sure, depending on the type of defect. But we can look in here, see what it caught. So it has a pit right here. Yeah, it's got a pit in there. Like I don't know,
which is like I guess like a
like an indent or some kind of like the printer when the printer's doing it, that's doing like some kind of So it's got now let's get the back. Ooh,
man, the back is where
the back is where the vision. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 pits, some scratches. Yeah, you can see the scratches there.
And it also shows you that another reason why eye appeal is so heavy on PSA and on the front.
Yeah,
because the backs probably take hits on average across everything.
Yeah, I think if those were on the front, this would be a much worse score. Yeah. So I don't know how they do their grading, but obviously they take the front is the biggest piece.
They definitely balance it though, which if you go up, even like with the you see how obviously the front is 979 and fairly clean, but the back seemed like it had a lot of problems, but at the same time they weren't too harsh with like a 943. So they do have some leniency there as well, which is good.
Yeah, I agree. So that's really interesting. Dang, 2 points away.
2 points.
So I haven't seen JL here for a minute, so I'll reach out to him to see what he wants to do with this.
Yeah.
It's a freaking clean card. See that back. That back really got it, man.
Malhai, it's too early, bro. We barely 10 minutes in.
It's Friday somewhere. All right. Dang. Oh, so like right there. So unfortunate. But yeah, I got a 9. Well, so if JL will, I'll reach out to him on either Discord or on Facebook, see what he wants to do, and we can try to send it to PSA. Rob, I don't have a PSA account.
Yeah, I can do that.
You can send it off to PSA if that's what he wants to do.
By the way, slight, I got a gift for you, bro.
A gift for me?
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, bro, the One Piece. They did a good job on this. This is clean.
Yo, that is. I've been wanting. I've been watching that card. Dang, I wish you. Dang, I'm sending.
You brought one?
No, I didn't.
But
I'm sending it. I just finished putting a tag order together.
Yeah.
And I'm sending in this card that I bought at the show.
Yeah.
So if when you give me that, I'll send that one in
Yeah,
too.
I'll send it right over.
You
It's
you
pretty
can take your
centered
time
too.
because I'm gonna wait for it'll be going to my next order. I've already
All right,
placed
yeah,
this
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Dang, that's exciting.
You know,
Um,
that's it's a
whew.
it's a nice card. It's gonna be kind of funny for you to send that to tag. The nice little PSA promo sent to tag is gonna be dope though.
Yeah, so that'll be my second Fortnite. So like
Yeah,
I'll be collecting the One Piece stuff. Like if I see a cool artwork that I like
yeah,
in
yeah.
it, but I ain't going there heavy. It's too confusing. It's not as rare as Fortnite.
That's until you
Um,
find the spot. You might find a spot. You know, you gotta
yeah,
pick
I
your
see some
spots.
cards that I like, man. So like if I
Right.
find one,
Yeah, you might find a spot.
if anybody was interested in all my grades, here they are. I don't know if y'all can see this. So everything got nines except for my Aura 10. If you guys did not see, it's in the Discord, and if I want to see my beautiful Aura, I gotta share it again. I gotta show you guys this. I don't know what you guys, but
That
that
joint.
train
Look
looks
at
amazing.
that is a beautiful card right there, man. I'm telling you that. I'll
So
be
I was
from
talking to Rob. I was like, I don't know. The Aura got the 10, so I'm cool with all the nines. Sorry,
yeah,
JL and
yeah.
the community about the Black Knight, but the Aura got the 10. So, and that's the only Octochrome Aura that I have. So I thought I was going to have to buy another one if it didn't 10. So
Yeah.
um, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Um, all right. Now, what was the next order of business? I did make some updates here. I can share this real quick to our front page. So a big push for THG, and like we have 90 people in the chat right now. My big push is try to bring in more people to the hobby. I'm sick of waiting for Tops and Epic Games to do it. I'm starting to put out more content, and I'm actually running some ads on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did one with Calamity.
Yeah.
Um, I try to be a little creative with that one. And I'm paying for ads and stuff like that for that to go through and to see if we can get some more people into the hobby who aren't searching.
Mhm.
All of FortniteCards.com's traffic comes from search, so people are searching for Fortnite cards. So now we're going to try to find people who aren't looking for Fortnite cards but are in the market, right? So I categorized and figured out like who would like it, and I'm targeting those specifically.
Mhm.
So I started out with a Calamity ad and seeing how it goes. Let me know which card or which skin or any ideas you guys have. If you guys would like to support us, feel free to sign up and join. Any money that comes into THG, we're putting back into the hobby in some way,
Yep.
shape, or form. So yeah, and I can show you guys the stats later. Right now, I think it's gotten like 2,000. It's gotten like 50 shares so far. It's 2,000 hits or something like that in the last 24 hours. So we're going to keep pushing it and try to get more people into the hobby.
Yep.
All right, that's enough talking for me for a bit. I'll let Rob start out. You want to go through Series 1 USA and all like the secrets that
Yeah.
we've discovered over time, and I can chime in too.
Yeah, chime in obviously. So I mean, series one is a set that we talk about a lot. And I know if you're new here or if you've only heard a couple episodes, it can get confusing. A lot of conversation comes between them. But some of the main things that stand out is obviously there is for Prince, there's USA, it's Italy, and it's Brazil. I'll let Dylan get into the nuance of how those were released. But before we do that, they have a aesthetic, there's a major aesthetic difference when it comes to USA, Brazil, Italy. But as Dylan is showing right here, when it comes to Italy and Brazil, in my personal opinion, it is a lighter and darker difference. Brazil is darker and Italy is lighter. When it comes to the hollows for Italy and Brazil, there's a green tint with the Italy hollows, and then there's just a darker hollow tint when it comes to Brazil. And it's a whole lot more in there, and we'll just keep ramping up. But Dylan, do you want to go over how they were released and how the nuance is definitely in that?
Sure. Yeah, and we have no connection with Panini, right? So
Yeah.
all the stuff is based off experience. If you guys know anything that we don't, or if you disagree, feel free to put it in the chat. I know there's a lot of collectors who were here when I was here, or who might have been here before me.
Yep.
So for here in the U.S., right? So when the first we got U.S. cards, and that's the first thing that we saw. And then after those kind of dried up, then Italy hit the market surprisingly, and
Mhm.
like out of nowhere, like Italy was there. So we were buying up Italy because there's no USA shards in sight, and then I don't even know when, right? So I bought a Gold Trooper Italy Shard 9 from Australia. I was super excited because, like I said, it wasn't like it is now. There was like nothing on the market. So Gold Trooper popped up, and I spent a lot of money on it, like a lot of money on it. And it came, and I looked at the back and said, "Oh snap, this is Brazil."
Yeah.
And before, I could just tell, is it Italy or is it USA?
Hmm.
Right? You could just tell if you look here, you can pretty much tell.
Yep.
Um, that's when I realized, oh, there's Brazil. So I've always had the thought that USA was first print, Italy was second print, and Brazil was third print, and that's based off of when I saw them hit the market. There's a lot of discussions off of what was printed less. I was in the camp early on of Italy has to be the lowest print. This is before Brazil came out because I said, I mean, Italy does stickers mostly, less cards. US is all about cards, right? They would print the most in the market where people collect cards, you would think. And so I was fighting that battle for a long time until like there was like some kind of reprint in Italy. All this stuff was happening, and since then we've just seen such an influx of Italy shards, and still to this day cannot find more USA ones. Also, USA was strictly the shards were only Target exclusives, so you can only buy them from Target Megas. So now they're all owned. All the Megas are pretty much in the hands of um, Dave and Adams,
Hmm.
and I think Steel City has some too.
Still City.
But besides that, you can't really find them anywhere else. And I remember seeing a post before that David Adams was buying. Like if you go to the website even now, I think one of them was buying Series 2 Megas. So all the way back when they were always buying, and now they just have a huge stock. But it all came from Target, all right? And
Hmm.
you can do the math on like how many Targets there are and stuff like that. So it's still my belief that USA is the least printed. People disagree, and you guys are welcome to disagree and throw up the facts. A lot of people think Brazil is the least printed. I know I've seen. I'm gonna be really like conservative and say I've seen at least 20 master sets sold.
Hmm.
And if you look in the pop report, you can see way more than 30 graded for some of these shards. So it's my. I don't know what Rob thinks, but it's my opinion that it is not the least. Maybe it's less printed than Italy. I still think USA is the least printed, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
And to just throw on Dylan's opinion there, me personally, I don't factor any of that in until grading. So in context, I do agree with Dylan. For the most part, I do. It's just hard to tell, So I usually judge Italy and Brazil once it's at the door of a grading company. To throw on top of that, one thing I think is important, especially because Mile High brought it up. I know Dylan went through the same thing, and a lot of other collectors. Yeah, make sure y'all look at the wrapping. If USA has Panini wrapping going around it, as you can see on the screen to the
Yeah,
left
it
side.
has the logo here on
Yeah,
the clear. So someone said that wrapper is wrong in other languages. It's
yeah.
like a clear film. So like a
Hmm.
plastic film around the box
Yep.
has the logo, and that is the U.S. version.
And that's super important because if you are new to the hobby, it's not that. And I think the problem is sometimes people feel that they made the wrong decision. It's not that you made the wrong decision buying Italy mega box. It's just that you got to make sure that's the decision you wanted to make.
Yeah,
If you
you
thought,
don't want to.
yeah,
When you're
yeah,
dropping money, it's like I think they're both great. Like I'm sending in. So the y'all loved my tag report. I sent in a Bright Bomber Italy, right?
mhm,
So I love all the prints, but like Rob said, it's like your intention. Make sure you're doing what you want to do. We should
yeah,
have started with this. If you guys
yeah.
are from sports, guys, if you're from sports,
Good. I know. Yep.
you want a mega box. Okay, the shards are only in the mega boxes. So I've seen a lot of people looking for shards. I ripped 300 packs. There's no shards. They're not in hobby boxes like the rest of the sports. Like Panini's, all the Panini stuff. Like the hobby boxes have the hits. Sometimes they'll have exclusives, in like the blasters and things like that and megas. But no, all the hits are pretty much in the megas until you get to like Series 3 and you're chasing lasers. But for the most part, you're looking for a mega box to hit the crack dice.
Oh
Should have
yeah,
started with that, but hopefully y'all got in 20 minutes to hear that.
yeah, and like Brian said, the bonus sticker are on opposite sides. Obviously, for USA, it's on the right, and then for
Yep.
Italy, it's on the left. And another thing, hopefully, we're not jumping too far ahead, but these do have different levels of condition sensitivity. So if you are an experienced collector, whether it's TCG or sports, USA. It has its problems as well. The problem is a little bit more glaring on Italy with the, what we consider an Italy corner is in the bottom left, usually bottom right, my bad, bottom right on the backside or the top left on the backside. That's usually where you see it. There's also some other defects that you'll see along the way. Brazil has a mark on, like, specifically, like if we talk about one card that I collect, Lux has a black mark on all of her Brazil cards for the most part. So those are things that you'll see throughout the
Yeah,
hobby that you
you
really
see
should
that on a
focus.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that might be a good way to tell it's Brazil too.
yeah,
Also, Brazil. So you can see Brazil put them in like these starter packs.
yeah.
Okay. Another weird thing about the Brazil packs, they also come with 10 hollows,
Hmm.
where like Italy and USA, you still had to rip the packs to get the hollows. And in this one, you just get 10 hollows all stacked together.
Yeah,
I can't remember. I can't remember. Are they all epic? I can't remember. I haven't opened up a Brazil pack in a long time.
yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah,
you know what? Let's hold up that pack again. The so Series One USA Mega Boxes come with this clear pack that have USA shards in it. The blasters for USA Series One also have this pack, but it has one base epic card in it.
yeah,
So this is only in Series One USA though. Series Two and forward is all just a clear pack that you can
yep,
see through. So if you're buying these packs on eBay, and you know that some of them come with shards, don't assume that, because it could also just be an epic base and you could have wasted your money.
yep,
So if you're gonna buy a USA, buy I would buy, and this is from a trusted source. Like I think David Adams did sell those at one point, and they were all
yeah,
legit.
yep.
But you gotta be careful. Brazil
And
starter pack seems to be intriguing for 10 hollows. No, it is. And so these right now, it's all based on what I can see. All these packs are coming from one seller,
mhm,
and lots of people saying, "Oh, this like short print." But at the same time, I don't know how much they have, but that's true with David Adams. But anyway, it sounds interesting. You get 10 hollows and you get two cracked dice cards in there. Also, the cracked dice is different in how they put them together. So
yeah,
if memory serves me right, now guys, I haven't done this in like, what's it been, 2 years?
probably longer.
I believe it comes with two legendaries, two epics,
From what
two
I know.
rares, or two uncommons. Where Series One evened it out, where like USA evened out where like you get a legendary and and a uncommon, you get an epic and a rare together.
Mhm,
Brazil did it where you get two legendary, so you could get like a Black Knight and a Red Knight,
mm.
right? Where like, or you could get like a Peely and a Skull Trooper, where that's not possible to hit both of those in the USA,
Wait,
which is
series.
pretty
Wait,
interesting.
series one is for USA. It's legendary rare, right? Am I? Isn't it legendary rare? And then
I thought it was legendary uncommon, the
I
most,
mean,
but
my
I could
bad.
be
Yes,
wrong.
legend. No, legend. My bad. My
Yeah,
legendary, uncommon, rare, epic.
rare and epic. Yeah,
Yes, my bad. My
yeah. So
bad.
you get
Yes.
the
Yep.
what they called legendary with like the
Yep.
unlegendary version, right?
Yep.
Um, is there anything else we're missing here? I
Let's
feel
see.
like there is. Oh, you can also get Italy shards from these metal tins.
Yep.
There's two types of tins. One's is like a blaster form where you don't get a shard, and then one you do get a shard. So be careful
Yeah.
when you're reading the description of the tin. Make sure
Yeah.
like it says it comes with the shards. Um, Now the tin, we did this live. I don't know, a couple years ago. If you go through our YouTube channel, you can see that I pulled off the thing. It's like instead of like a clear like plastic wrapper like this, the tin just has a paper wrapper, and
Yep.
you can pull it off, open the tin, check the shards, and then put it back on. So if you're buying that online, beware that they might have already searched for the Black Knight or Peely or whoever they're looking for. So be careful with the tins. If you're gonna buy it, I would recommend the boxes. You'll see here that the Italy ones look like someone wrapped that joint at home.
Yeah.
Okay, this is common. Not saying you're not getting ripped off, but this is very common for Italy boxes to look like it was wrapped at home. This does not mean they were repackaged. Repackaged. I'm not saying they weren't.
Yeah.
Again, like this, I'm not confirming anything from all sellers out there, but for the most part, yes, that is accurate.
Yeah. And to Richard's point, also, I've never called it this, but it is a thing for
I think that's
the
the
international
official.
chart.
I think that's the official term
Mm-hmm.
that Panini Italy was calling
Yeah,
them.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, they were calling these lemonades.
Hard
Um,
lemonade. So
so,
that,
Rob,
which
can
kind of
you?
went away a little bit, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we've. So here's the thing. There's like eBay like references, and then there's like Panini's references. All right, so I always called USA Series One Crystal Shards
Mm-hmm.
and these cracked ice,
Yep.
but these are actually crystal shards as well.
Right.
Can you please explain to people what the difference between crystal shards and cracked
Yeah.
ice is,
So,
and where we get that
so
from?
so crystal shards, the easiest way is it's a shard like glass. Like so it with USA, when you see the card, it actually overlays the character. So you'll actually, we have a short on our channel. If you scroll through, uh the cover art for it is Manic, but I did Manic and Triple Threat. It's an overlay on the crystal shard, but for cracked ice, it kind of sits in the background and it overlays a little bit, but it's not as drastic. So thank you for bringing this up, by the way. I do suggest, this is just my suggestion as a new collector, it is probably best to get your feet wet when it comes to some of these cars, just to understand how much you like it. So you can hear me and Dylan's opinion all day long about how beautiful USA is, or how, how Italy and Brazil looks different, and the different things of it. But I would say, to get your feet wet, maybe try to find some uh cheap examples of these, just so you understand the difference. And then once you get those, then you can judge what you like the most, because some people may actually like Italy and Brazil more than USA, just based off of preference. So it's just good to get that way. In my personal opinion, USA really does look great, and it's something that you do have to experience for yourself.
So now Panini was calling these crystal shards. So if you go on eBay and you look at crystal shards, you'll see Italy ones too, and people use that term. I
Yep.
think that's fine. I guess I don't use it that way because
Hmm.
cracked ice is the term that Panini gave them starting at Series Two
Hmm.
through Series Three. They renamed it, and the shard is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But for me personally, whenever I'm looking for Italy one, I always say cracked ice. Um, I guess the hobby. What would you say the hobby preference is for Italy
Uh,
shards?
what you mean, name wise?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
would say I would say it's Italy Crystal Shard.
yeah, Italy crystal
Yeah.
shards.
And
So
it's also on the grading labels of
yeah,
specifically the top three, and then obviously now, have they started separating it for tag yet, Dylan? Do they put Italy and
yeah.
stuff like
So
that?
I tested them, and we can go through. Do I sell this up? Now, I messed up. So with my new order, I got it right. So there's a thing here called card set, and they did call this a crystal shard for the Bright Bomber, and this is in
Mhm.
Italy. But I guess when I put it in with my new one, it worked. Came up under card set Italy, but I
Yeah,
guess I entered it in wrong here.
got
Um,
you.
they did send me an email, and I forgot to email them and correct it.
Yeah,
They said this is not titled or this wasn't done correctly or whatever, and I forgot to. But they did call it a crystal shard,
yeah.
and they do have like the Italy thing. So
Richard, same. I was confused by this as well. That was when I first came in. I seen Hard Lemonade, and that threw me for
I'm
for a loop. So
me
I'm
too.
glad you brought that up.
So if you guys can see, this is my Gold Trooper, and sorry I don't have them in the same slab, but this is the Italy. This is the Italy. Had to check for a second. All right, and then this is a USA Series One shard. And y'all can see I have a band-aid here. Ignore that.
It matches.
And then so I'll put them side by side, and you can see the difference. Sorry I'm in the dark, but you can see the difference in the shard. Both very pretty. I do like you can just I just like the USA Series One shard more,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, that's the difference on those.
Yeah. And obviously, with that being said, the whole thing of the reason why we spent some time on this is there is a drastic price difference between, definitely, USA to Italy and
Huge
Brazil.
prices.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Let's not.
Right
It's a
now,
huge
not as
difference.
big, but like huge.
Yeah,
So like anywhere from a few hundred to a couple $1,000s can be the price difference.
yeah,
Um,
and there is another thing that I do want to do. I know we do the top 50 and we get a lot of great conversations, but there is like tiers to this as well. And the reason why I want to bring this up is because like the higher tier cards, the gap between USA, Italy, and Brazil is a little bit wider compared to like when you get to the mid-tier cards. The mid-tier cards, if you know,
that's a good point.
a PSA 10 could sell for X, and it won't be as drastic compared to the higher tiers. So that's things that you can look out for as well. I will say do your research, whatever company or platform you use to search for sales and history and stuff like that. I suggest you do that because you'll see some tendencies and some trends throughout the time.
Yo, JL, what's going on? Did you
What's up,
hear
JL?
JL? JL donated this, so I'm gonna have to go back since JL's here.
Yeah.
JL, we had the dig report for the Black Knight. I went over it. I'll show you one time here, but watch back to hear the whole discussion. It got a 948. And I'll
So
show you this
close.
picture. It was so close to a 10, 2 points away from the 10, but it got a 9. So let me know, JL, what you want to do with it. You want to still send it to PSA? Let me know. Sandwiches. Can we talk about sandwiches?
Yeah.
So if you're
Talk
from the
about sandwiches.
USA, and you see the word sandwiches, I can't remember. Can someone from they're probably all asleep. Can someone please clearly tell us what a sandwich is? Do you
No, I
know?
don't. I don't know.
I forget. Is it a pack?
JT, what's up?
Anybody remember? Can someone please remind me about the sandwiches? I think it's a pack, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I can't.
So
I
I'll
can't
let the
confidently
comments.
say.
I'm gonna let the comments answer that. Someone from the European countries who use that language for the sandwiches, because it's different for US. We don't have no idea what that means.
Yeah. Matter of fact, lastly, if we're about to transition to the next one, lastly, before we do that, another thing to look out for is the earlier PSA slabs. They weren't deciphered. Now, I don't know if it was a good amount, but I think a good amount of them got reslabbed already. I still have some in my collection that I have to get reslabbed. But the reason why I bring this up is because it will say crystal shard on the actual slab, but it's actually a crystal shard Italy or a crystal shard Brazil, which can get confusing. And the reason why I want to bring that up is because I don't, if your eyes are not uh
Trained
trained to understand the difference, I don't want you to think that you got a USA for a still when it technically was
the
probably a Brazil
easiest
or
way,
Italy.
guys. The easiest way is to look at the back, and it'll tell you USA, Italy, Brazil at the bottom. Easiest way. So make sure you're always. If you're not sure if your eyes are deceiving you, just make sure you check.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, yes, JT and Richard like panini, like the sandwich. So okay, yeah, that makes sense.
all right. Is there anything else from series one that we're forgetting?
Let us know,
Oh,
yeah, if we're forgetting
promo
anything.
sets. All
Yes.
right, the promo sets. There's 9 Crystal Shard promo cards. Well, there's technically 10.
10.
Shit.
We'll get to that. We'll
Okay.
get to that. We'll get
All
to
right,
that.
there's 9 from Series 1. There's 9 that was released. Okay.
Yeah,
And sorry, guys, I don't have them up here yet on the checklist. They're coming. I just finished 95% of Reloaded.
which
But
is
I'm going to come
crazy.
back to the promos. So for the promo sets, you cannot pull them. All right. You cannot pull them. They were for sale on the Panini website. And I forget how many times they went live and they restocked them and then sold them. Those are the most subbed as shards out of anything, right? But you can't get them in hollow and you can't get them in base. So it's a really cool set, and they were going for a lot of money at one point. I think they went as high as 11K. Now they're
Yeah.
back down to roughly, you can probably get the whole set for like 12 to 1500 probably. Is that probably accurate? I think I've seen a whole set for that,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
that range.
That sound about right.
In series 2, they're like, oh crap, we still have this extra card, Dante. And they said
Yeah.
this is technically a series 1 promo, and they released it with the promo set from series 2. Really weird. The shard matches the series 1 shards and not the cracked ice shards. It's very, very strange.
And
But if you want the full set, you probably want the Dante one,
yeah,
which was in the series 2 promo set.
I'm glad you brought that up because that back to what I was referencing when it's like if you want to just get your feet wet of seeing the differences, Dante's a sneaky good one to get for a fair price that has a crystal shard that is a crystal shard like USA. So if you don't want to break the bank on a USA crystal shard, you probably can find a Dante for a fairly reasonable price to kind of get that experience. So those are the type of things to look out for, especially on eBay.
While we're taking a break from that, is a sub a sandwich? Now I ask you a question: is a hot dog a sandwich?
A hot dog is not a sandwich.
It has two pieces of bread, but a sub is a sandwich, though, right?
Yes,
I don't know.
I think so. I think so.
We're gonna have to table that one. I don't know. I'm pretty sure a hot dog's a sandwich too. If a
It
sub's a
could
sandwich.
be. It could be.
All right.
I would say it's not, but it could be.
All right. Is there anything else from Series One that we're forgetting?
Let us know, y'all. Let us know.
We went over the biggest crazy thing was the freaking blasters to me. That caught me off guard because, excuse me, I remember arguing with somebody. I said, no, blasters come with a base card, not a hollow. No, like, no, they come with a hollow. And like we were going back and forth, back and forth. I was like, oh, my bad. That's an Italy blaster. Yeah, I guess it does have a hollow.
No,
So you can't
yeah,
let your guard down with Panini, man, because like you may believe and understand something very clearly, and this small detail they threw a wrench in it somewhere.
they did. They did.
Prototypes. Series One prototypes. We'll do a brief.
Yeah,
We
I'll
have a
let you
whole
do
video.
that.
If you guys want to know the whole story about prototypes, go watch our interview with Wayne. What's the video called?
It is the easiest way to find it is to go to YouTube and go to our most popular video. It's going to be the number one. One it has Pilly and Renegade Raider
Well,
on it.
if you guys are watching this 3 years from now, it might not be. But yeah, I
That would
still want
be
the big yellow bananas
yeah,
behind Renegade Raider.
which we can obviously put in the. Matter of fact, I think it. I'm almost positive that is in our description. But if it's not, we'll put it in there, with a proper description for you to find.
So there were some. So Panini at the last minute or Epic Games at the last minute changed which cards were going to be shipped out in Series One. There was a print that I guess in Texas they printed some of them. That's where the print facility is, and they also had a different logo. So right now the logo is black with white text. Before it was black. Am I tripping? It's white with black text before, and then before it was white with transparent text. Sorry, and then the one that was released is a white logo with black text. So if you're looking for a prototype, the text inside the logo is transparent. So they changed that, and they changed some of the cards that were released. Well, the print that they did to show Epic Games, I guess, got into someone's personal collection they took home. Blah 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 blah. And now they're out in the market, and people pay a lot of money for them. So just go watch the video if you want to learn more about the prototypes.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah.
We have not seen prototypes for any series except for Series One.
Yeah.
Series One, USA and Italy both have prototypes. Brazil, we have not seen those yet.
No, we have not.
But someone should ask. Never mind. Never mind. I just thought it. All right, I'm not going to do this. If you guys want to discover Brazil,
He said, "I'm not going to do this."
Reach out to this guy with the packs. Right, he seems to have all the Brazil cards.
Yeah,
and if he has all those mega packs, he might potentially have the prototype packs. Little idea. Thanks for watching. All right, Series One. Anything else?
No,
did I get anything wrong? Is this pre-recorded? No, sorry. We just got so much information. It's hard to look at the comments.
Yeah.
Is this pre-recorded? I'm sorry. Normally we talk back and forth with you guys so much. Did I forget anything? Anybody else got anything else?
Mile High said, "No, S3 Protos just dropped."
Imagine.
I think that's good on Series One. Well, obviously, we'll go touch back on it if something pops up, but I think that's good.
Dude, I do want a Gold Trooper prototype. A pink Gold Trooper prototype would be dope. All right, I would not be able to afford it though. All right, Series 2. Let's get through this. Let me come down to Series 2. All right. Yeah. All right. Series 2. You want to start off with Series 2? I feel like I'm talking my head off.
Yeah. So Series 2. Some things that changed is obviously we just talked about it. The term is cracked ice when we go into Series 2. I believe Series 2 was released, what was it, November 18th, 2022? I mean 2020.
So
I think it was around
here's the weird thing. So if you look at besides Series 1, if you look at them like I think it says 2020 for Series 2.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't actually come out until 2021.
Right. It was the
So
reverse 21. Yeah.
and then when it got delayed and then got delayed, and then when it came out, it was a year later.
Yeah.
Not a year later, but it was the next year.
Mm-hmm.
So the date's a little bit off. So that might be a little confusing. It didn't actually come out in that
Yeah.
year.
Yes.
Um,
So 2020, what I meant was 2020 is on the card. 2021 is when it was released. And like Dylan said, that's also the same thing for Series 3 when we get in there. Now the unique thing about this one is just letting y'all in on the conversation. Series 2 was is the middle child at this point. But the problem was if you go back to Series 1, Black Knight and Pilly are like the glaring obvious ones. Series 2 is a little different of a rollout, but the cracked ice Optichromes was this is the first time we've seen Optichromes in when it came to Series 2. Personally, one of my favorites. So now you have cracked ice. The second parallel is Optichromes, and then you have hollows, and then you also have obviously the base card. But once again, Megabox holds the cracked ice with a clear package, not the foil package with Fortnite on it, like Series 1. So that's something that you have to get used to. It makes breaking the actual
Less
box a
fun.
lot. Yeah, it makes it less fun. It's a lot more difficult. So that is a major thing. There's only Italy and USA for Series 2. There is no Brazil. So that's something that people also do enjoy when it comes to Series 1 is that you have three prints, and that's the only time that we've seen Brazil. That's another thing that they hang their hat on, which I respect. But for Series 2, you only have Italy and USA. And in my opinion, if you come from sports, the Italy cracked ice looks like an atomic refractor from 1998. So but that's just my opinion. Dylan may have a different one, and obviously TCG
For
has
Series 1, I
cracked ice as
agree.
well. Yeah,
Yeah, for Series 1.
Series 2.
Um, oh, Series 2. And
Yeah,
then, so also, I forgot to mention this. Hollows for Series 1 are extremely rare.
yeah,
Okay, it's like really hard to pull a hollow. Not like sports, not like any of those other ones. It was very, very difficult to pull a
yeah.
hollow. Series 2, they made them a little bit more like they
Available.
printed a little bit more. It's easier to
Yeah,
pull a hollow, but then they took the hollow print run from Series 1 and they applied it to the Optichrome print run for Series 2. So technically, Series 2 Optichrome and Series 1 hollow have a very similar,
mm-hmm.
I don't want to say print run, but like a pull rate. That's probably a better
Yeah.
way to say it because we don't know the print runs.
Pack
Um,
odds and stuff.
yeah, the
Yeah,
pack odds. The biggest difference for Series 2 are megas. I have to be completely honest, I've never opened up an Italy Series 2 mega.
me either.
Um, the big draw for Series 1 Italy for me was that it was different. The shard was very different, extremely different in my opinion. And I kind of like having two different ones. Series 2, it looked like it tried to mirror Italy tried to mirror USA in Series 2.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was slightly off, but like slightly off as not as good in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my opinion. So like, I
Yeah,
don't really chase it. So I never opened up a mega. But I do know, is it 3 or 4? You get 4 shards per Italy mega for Series 2, not
mm-hmm.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Is
No,
that correct?
it's three. It's
Is it
three.
3?
It's like three.
I
Don't
thought it
quote me
was
on this.
3.
It's three and like a
Someone in
hollow
Discord
or
said
something like that.
4.
So, well, we'll find out. We'll find out because
So
I
who's
think
opened
it's
up
three.
Series 2 megas? Who's
I
up
think
in
it's three.
Italy? Who has opened up Italy Series 2 megas? Because I thought it was 3, and then someone said 4.
All I know is that it's three, and I thought it was three and something else. Yeah, there you go. A
Okay,
hollow.
so it's 3
Yeah,
Italy megas hollow with a hollow. Okay. So that goes on to show that Series 2 may be more printed in Italy also at that rate if you're getting 3.
and
I don't know how
I
it
don't
breaks
know.
out.
To Dylan's point, I have no idea how it's broken down either. Like, so I don't know. I've never really seen too many. I think I've seen West Drum rip some, but I haven't seen it consistently enough to exactly know how those breakdowns of rarity are connected together or anything like that. So I have no idea on that one.
This is probably factual because Series
Yes.
2 Italy ice go for so cheap.
Yeah.
So like I have, like although I've never ripped, when I get the chance, I will get an Italy one if it's super super cheap. But yeah, the Series 2 in general is underrated in my opinion. It's Series 2 is probably the like least expensive set besides in
Yeah.
terms of print run.
Yeah.
Like Series 3 was like 3 times, 4 times the print, and it goes for more sometimes.
Yeah, and I actually share the same opinion as Richard on this. I know you're opinion is different on this, Dylan, but
Hmm.
I think Series 2 cracked ice is beautiful. Like I think the fact that they tried to mimic Series 1 to an extent, like you said, they didn't pull it off technically, but also they have clearly, we know that Italy's printing process is a little possibly outdated. So that atomic refractor look really looks great to me. I really enjoy it because I enjoy it on the DKV cards as well. So yeah, I like Series 2 Italy, and I do think that they're underrated at this point. We won't say undervalued, but underrated for sure.
All right, let me
Um,
think of anything else for series
Yes,
two that
yes.
you
So
don't.
I'm gonna let you go into this because it is such a
Uh-oh.
mind freaking swirl. So, so we were nicely talking about how you have legendary with
Uh,
uncommon, and then so break go into how series 2 is possibly broken down and how there's more um of a nuance to that because of the way the rare and the epic was printed.
okay, so before I updated the website, guys, and broke it out like this, because we did it like this so that it's really easy to collect,
Yeah,
and you can see all the skins and stuff like that. But it was broken out by columns,
yeah.
and maybe I need to do a filter to show this.
I think
But
we should. Yeah,
yeah, we'll come up with a new filter now that we have all these cards and systems. But for series one, it was 50, 50, 50, 50. There's four
hmm,
rarities. And series one, it was even across the board, right? And when you pull a legendary shard, you get an uncommon shard. You pull an epic card, you get an epic shard, you get a rare shard. So it leads you to believe that they're all going to have the same print run, the same pull
yeah.
rate, right? Because you can get they're all even across the board. Well, series two, although we think they all have similar print runs, they shook it up where I think 50 uncommon,
Hmm.
and it's still uncommon with legendary. I don't know how they do it in Italy. Someone else is gonna have to tell me in the comments how they break it up in Italy. But it's uncommon and legendary.
Hmm.
But there's only 30 legendary, maybe 32 legendary in series two, and there's 50 uncommon. And they
Yeah.
always come together. With that math, it's impossible, right? It's literally impossible unless they painstakingly like separated them. There's going to be a breakup somewhere where one card was printed more than another, right?
Hmm.
And then the same thing with rare and epic. I believe it's 60 70 or 60 60. It's either even or it's one's more than the other. But
Hmm.
regardless, they're different than uncommon and they're different than legendary. It's like double legendary. So
Yep.
series two is extremely confusing. Um, Not sure how it's broken up, but based on what we've seen for pools, I would actually say I hate it when people say, "Oh, I always pull this card,"
Yeah.
and I'm not going that stance, but I've seen so many people pull and list the same cards, and I have to say, a lot of times they're legendary cards. Would you agree? So, like,
Yeah.
I see Zenith a million times.
I
Um,
put three.
like
I,
rocks. I own like 11 or 12 rocks. I see zero all the time, right? But then I'll see like rare and epic, I hardly ever see. So
yep.
if I had to take a gut guess, I would assume that rare and uncommon are actually the most printed. And I would say that the actual legendary, since there's only 30 of them, they were probably doubly printed to match
Hmm.
uncommon.
Hmm.
Does that make sense? So if I had to guess for print run, most printed would be legendary. Second most printed would be uncommon, and then rare and epic. I have no idea. Those would be third and fourth. That's just based off what I've seen over the last 2 to 3 years. If
Yeah.
anybody else has a different opinion, I'd love for you guys to throw it in the chat.
Yeah.
Maybe we can take a second. I don't
It,
know if
it's
anybody's looking at that.
Yeah, it's insane. To Dylan's point, without calling specific cards out, there's a couple rare and epics that at given times over the years we didn't see for 6 months on. Like it was 6 to 8 months. Specific cards just did not pop up, and all of us had that.
And that happens in series one too.
Yeah, yeah.
But what
It's
doesn't
for
happen in
different
series,
reasons.
yeah, it's for different reasons. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's strange.
It's weird, and so those are the type of nuances that I know me personally as a I've collected different things throughout my life, and when I go into a different one and I'm watching videos, those are the things that I want to know. I want to know these nuanced aspects of the hobby that probably would take most collectors 2 to 3 years to figure out. Hopefully, we're cutting that in half, or at least into a couple weeks for you, because Fortnite is intricate, and it is some learning curve to it for sure.
So I have this in development here. Eventually, you should be able to sort this. And you know what I'll probably do is maybe I'll add like a total number of cards up here. That might
Yeah.
be nice. If you guys have anything that you guys want added to like the functionality of this, please join the Discord and let me know. We're going to be building this out for time to come as soon as I can get more funds and stuff, because it's very expensive. But so if there's other features you want, let me know now so I can plan for it. I know one of the biggest ones, and this happened to me recently because I finally did a trade, right? People was like, what do you got for trade? I don't know. What do you got? So we're going to, now that since you can add these cards to your collection, we're going to make it so that you can actually trade or like come up with like, these are what I have, and let them view and let them see everything you have versus you like taking pictures and stuff. That's in the works at some point. If y'all have other ideas, let me know.
Yeah, I ideally, like Dylan said, that is super important. And another thing that we hope to do in the future, when when we're allowed, as in funds, is we really want to show how people are collecting on our platform. A lot of times Instagram, we can see collections and stuff like that, but you have to filter through your other interests or the things that Instagram suggests and the algorithm. If we can get the purity of the collecting side on fortnitecards.com plus the trade and plus all of the other things that you need to be the best collector possible, that's what we're really shooting for.
And just so everybody knows, we appreciate you all coming out for the live show tonight.
Yeah.
I know you guys know a lot of this stuff, but what's great is you guys here to help us. If we miss anything, let us know. This is more for like, we want to grow the hobby. We know you guys want the hobby to get bigger too. So shout out to all you guys who already know this information, are still sticking around and giving details, because that's just paying it forward for who's coming out. And since I'm pushing a lot of content right now and trying to get new people into the hobby, hopefully this video will help a lot of people. So if you guys find somebody who wants to learn about Fortnite cards, please share and send them this video. I think this is going to be the most helpful video that we can create.
I've never put
JT. This is a cool idea with the colors. He's not much in the hobby right now that I've seen. Shardnock, though, did a whole study on colors. If you find him on Instagram, you might be able to find his post. But he did like this whole breakdown on which colors grade more. And some people like if their color's blue, they go after those cards. So that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's because to Funk point, it is definitely a difference between the colors. And the one that shocks me to this day when it comes to series 2 is the reds. I don't know why certain reds are so hard to grade. That's usually not the color that's difficult, but for series 2, it's definitely the case.
All right, is there anything else from series 2 that we're missing?
No, I think that's good. Let us know, yo.
There's fat packs, there's blasters, there's megas. There's the promo set. The promo set was the reason why the promo set for series 2 is so much cheaper than series 1 is not just because no one chases series 2 right now. It's because the skins are horrible, in my opinion, and everybody else's.
Yeah.
The skins they chose for the promo set for series 2 were really bad compared to what they chose for series 1. So that's why. All right. Next up, I didn't put it here. Oh yeah, I put it here. So we started with series 2, but we should start with Reloaded. Reloaded actually came out before series 2 did. So when it came out, it was like, oh, this is the new set. They called it Reloaded. They got rid of the series part. And I was here when this happened, when it released, and I was so excited. And it was Italy. When we're saying Italy, but it was European countries exclusive. So you could not get it in the US. You would have to order it overseas. And luckily, I just finished this, so we can show it here. Here's the full Reloaded checklist. Thank you to Brian for sending me the photos for the glow in the dark and for the moving cards. I haven't uploaded them yet, but they'll be up here shortly. So this set's very interesting where you cannot get it in the USA.
Yep.
All right. So it was probably is printed a heck ton. There's a lot out there,
Mhm.
but you can't get it into the USA. And I'm sure as time goes on, that's going to be harder and harder to find. It's just going to get harder to find it because it's not in here, right? You have to order it from overseas. Also, I don't. Do I have any packs on my desk? I don't. If you know regular packs in the U.S., they're like this, like shiny
Foil.
plastic foil. Yeah, the foil. These packs are paper, right? You get them wet, like it's going through. It's not even now after 2 or 3 years, the paper is like fading apart, right? It's
Mhm.
literally paper. So the condition on these cards is really, really hard to get a 10. I think Renegade Raider is the biggest chase. So if we check this in. Also, you have to be signed in for this to work, and you have to hit a space or something to get it to work. I'm working on it. Renegade Raider is the biggest chase. I believe there's 270 graded and 7 10s.
Mhm.
So 7 out of 270 for Renegade Raider. So these are all base cards. There's no hollows. There's no chase cards. They're all printed pretty much the same. There's no rhyme or reason. But I think there's over 300 cards in this set.
Yeah.
It's a huge set. You have all of the character cards. They're all base. There's no hollows. And after you get past all those, and I can zoom out to make it smaller, you get these set cards. Or first, you get the event cards, which are pretty cool. It goes through the seasons of Chapter 1 and then
Love
Chapter 2,
those.
Season 1. Interesting enough. This is one of my favorite cards. Is the event card.
Mhm.
Then you get the set cards. On the back side of these, you'll have like all the back blings and the weapons that go, or the pickaxes that go with these skins. So you can get like the Black Knight shield is on the back of this card if you guys are
Yep.
interested in that one. And these are the only hollows. These do not come in base. They're the only hollows from the set are all loading screens. So JT was joking earlier. He's never pulled Series 2 loading screens. That's because they're from Reloaded and they're really dope. They're some of my favorite. Um, these are actually easier to get tins than the base cards because the base cards are literally like paper. They're not as strong and sturdy as the foil hollow cards. And then you can see the glow in the dark cards and the moving cards, which I'll get pictures of eventually. Let me go through the comments. Was Reloaded printed in 2020 or 2019? 2020. Now, let me make sure I'm not putting my foot in my mouth to see what it was. What did my kid do with my cards? Here's a Reloaded hollow. And it says 2020. And that's when it was released. Now, was it printed? I don't remember them announcing it was going to come out.
Mhm.
It was a while after Series 1 came out when it was released. So I think that one was on time, surprisingly. Everything else was not on time. But if someone has any other details, let me know. Okay, yeah. I'm ready to jump was 2019 stickers. We're going to talk about the cards this time because I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah, yeah. It's a lot.
on
It's
the
a lot to.
stickers. All right. We'll do a whole video on stickers. But yes, Ready to Jump stickers came out around the same time as the maybe even the same time. It's kind of
Yeah,
like
around this. It
Panini
was
does
even.
basketball. They will release the stickers. It's the same thing. So if you've seen the basketball stickers, it's the same thing that they do, but they're kind of cool. We'll do a video on that because I need to get educated. I need to get the checklist
Yeah,
up.
that's
But we'll
that's my
stick to the
set right there.
cards for right now. Um,
I
uh,
think.
yeah, there's cases of Reloaded now that they used to not be in the U.S. at all, but now there's cases in the USA that you can buy.
Mhm.
I was ordering cases from like all over. I'm not even gonna say
Yeah.
what countries, but like all over. Um, yeah, you can put it. So like I don't recommend buying a full set because they're gonna be damaged. I think the biggest draw to Reloaded is not just completing the set; it's getting a high grade. It's
Mhm.
definitely the more challenging part of that set is getting a high grade of the card you want.
Yeah.
For instance, I got
And
an Aura and it got a 6.
yeah.
So
And the conversation, even though it's even though Reloaded is more than top heavy when it comes to like it's really Renegade Raider, and then it's like a tier of cards under it. But to the point, if you do come from sports, once again, if you hear how they talk about vintage cards, like when it comes to the centering, to the corners, to the eye appeal, that's what you're kind of getting from Reloaded, just based off of how hard it is to grade. So, like Dylan said before, the average grade for a Renegade Raider might possibly could be a 7 or a 8. You know, it's
I
just
would
the way
say
it
probably a
turned out.
7, probably be at the
Yeah,
average gradable copy is
gradable.
probably
Yes.
7.
Yeah.
Because people are going to send, I mean, like if you want to talk about the actual average card, it might be even worse. But the
Yeah.
average card you send in to get graded is probably about a 7. And that's
Yeah.
without me looking at the actual pop report. Also, real
Yeah.
quick, I guess I'll go back. I don't know if they fixed it, but PSA for some reason, you can't find the pop report for Reloaded
Oh
on
yeah.
there. It's
Hmm.
very difficult. So if you want to look at the pop report for Reloaded, I have the button here. I didn't do this for any of the other sets because you can easily find it, but for some reason this one's broken. So if you click here, it should pop up and you can see the pop report. And we can just test this out actually. Renegade Raider, yeah. So 764,
Out of 260,
871, 971, 10 7, right?
7 out of 263.
Yeah,
Crazy.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's insane. And like, I'm not gonna tell you guys which ones, but like, I was looking through the set as I was going through it, and like, there's some skins that I kind of want. And like, a lot of these don't have 10s. Most of these do not have 10s yet.
Most, yeah.
Um, Rob has his Lux in a 10, so he's groovy
Yes.
there. I still don't have an
Shout out
Aura
to
10.
Dylan on that one.
I gotta get Aura in a 10. I do. But see, now I
Yeah.
got a tag, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to get a 10. I don't know.
Yeah.
If the longer I wait to be reloaded, the less like I'm telling you, these are going to deteriorate over time. So if that matters to you, then now's probably a great time.
Yeah.
I feel like the longer I wait, the harder it's going to be.
And God
Same thing with the
forbid,
stickers.
God forbid that but we want this to happen. But if it happens where a reloaded box gets to over $100, it's just going to be that much more difficult. So that's the kind of things we're talking about. Like, it's just really, this is Reloaded is going to get more difficult as time goes on, and that's not saying that the price is going to rise. It's just hard to get in the
It's
first place.
it's a
But it's
different
just,
beat.
yeah.
All the other ones are like short print,
Hmm.
hard to find, hard to pull. These are easy to pull. It's just the condition's so bad,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
it's like you're going to spend a whole bunch of money on a box, and they're going to come out looking like crackers, just all
Yeah.
falling apart.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get to series 3 because we still got to get to pickups and we still got to get to the.
And we already an hour over.
Okay, we're doing
Yeah.
good. We're
Okay.
doing good though. I hope you guys are enjoying the episode.
Yeah.
Let's get started. Series 3.
Yeah. I'll start off.
You start off series 3.
So series 3 was it was a shock for the hobby. The reason why this is the first time the cards was zoomed out, similar, it's in between what uh series 1 and 2 is, and Reloaded is a little bit closer in, as you can see. But yeah, this was the first time it was zoomed out, and it has the rarity on the front of the card. I think the hobby agreed at the beginning that we weren't fans of that. We kind of got over it. But also on top of that, now you have Panini clearly noticed that blasters weren't getting enough love or getting the respect that it deserved. So in series 3, they had Mega Box exclusive, which was cracked ice, and then they have a blaster exclusive, which is a laser. Now, if you've never opened a blaster box for series 3, the lasers 8 times out of 10 are not going to be in good condition, or they're going to be off centered, usually to the left, and some are also to the right. There's some other defects in there as well. You also have Optichrome showed back up for the second time, which was something that I wasn't expecting. I thought they were going to go with a different parallel and take one away, but they just added one, which is great. And obviously this time you do have a specific card that is a chase, unlike series 2. We do know the chase card. It's just that, like me and Dylan talked about, most of the hobby hasn't accepted it yet. But for series 3, you do have Midas. That sticks out. Dylan found a flaw. But
So this card, oh
yeah,
my gosh, I just found a glitch in my system.
I know. I just
It's because, oh my god, guys, there's gonna be a couple of these here. Wait 1 second. I know there's gonna be more
look like you did pretty good.
right here.
Oh, there you go.
No, what I think either is there a midfielder for series 3
I
or no?
think I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It
Okay, never
might
mind,
be.
never mind. It's not as bad as I thought. I just put down
Yeah,
series two
yeah,
instead
yeah,
of series three, instead of reloaded. All right, easy fix, easy
yeah.
fix. Whew, scared myself.
Now on top of that, there's a couple things that go into this. As you know, you heard us talk about series one and series two. Cracked ice and crystal shard is the parallel. It's the parallel. It's the exclusive one. It's the one everybody seeks. Something did happen where the laser is a little bit harder to grade. That's not across the board. Some cracked ice is harder to grade in the set, and some lasers are harder to grade. So it's not across the board. But with the chase card, Midas is hard to grade in the laser, and he's easier to grade in the cracked ice. And he is the most graded card when it comes to like a cracked ice. Obviously, series one has base cards that's higher graded. But Midas is currently at I think 103. Uh,
We can look it up
yeah,
real quick.
I think Midas is
Also,
103 PSA tens.
so and if you think about that, series three was most definitely, without a doubt, the most printed set,
Yes.
without a doubt, for you for regular sets. I don't know about reloaded. Who knows about
Yeah.
reloaded? Um,
Now, now to Dylan's point, now if you are coming from a different part of the hobby and you're already knowledgeable on grading, you may start to wonder how many crystal shards it is in series one when it comes to USA and things like that. And there's no hard number, obviously, because these cards are not numbered. But in my personal opinion, I think there's no more than 100. It's hard for me to believe that just based off of what we've seen over time, but that's kind of the number I stick at. And obviously, everybody has different opinions.
number of series one.
Yeah,
Because series one cracked ice, he's saying like 100. I think series two is like pretty much the same.
on par. Yep,
It took people a long time to adjust to collecting Fortnite when series one came out.
yep,
And then series two started. It happened like right when like the big boom was happening. Everyone was collecting cards, so series two sold out really fast. So then they upped the print run, and then series three sold out within 2 minutes on Panini's
yeah,
website.
yeah.
So they were gaining traction really, really fast. Um, Panini no longer has the contract for Fortnite cards. They lost the contract. They tried to get it back. Epic Games said no. There's a whole lawsuit. Fortnite or Epic Games slash Fortnite was mentioned in the lawsuit with Fanatics, so which led us to believe that Fanatics got the contract. I looked it up. Fanatics owns Tops. There's a whole video on this. I don't know. Rob still thinks I'm like 90% sure, 99% sure that Tops will be producing the next set eventually. Who knows when?
I'm at 75 right now. Yeah, but we have high hopes. We have high hopes.
I'm always optimistic. What can I say?
Yeah,
So yeah, so cracked ice minus 171, which
yeah,
is
and
crazy because
103 PSA tens.
yeah, 103 PSA test, which is insane because if you go back and you look at like series one, the most PSA tens of a cracked ice card
Is
was
Skull Trooper.
was
Skull
like four,
Trooper at I think total Skull Trooper is around 60. I think he's close.
not
He's a
PSA tens.
no PSA tens.
Yeah,
The most we've seen is like
this has 103 tens. That's more than any series one cracked ice card that's been graded, pretty
yeah,
much.
that's what I was getting
Yeah,
at. Like
this has more tens than been
yeah.
graded of any card from Series 1 or Series 2 in cracked
Hmm.
ice form. Um, so it's pretty obvious that Series 3 was printed much more.
Yeah.
Are there any differences between the Italy Series 3 and the USA Series 3?
So okay, the what we've known for a while. How about we go with that? Um the Italy, so obviously they redid what they did with series two. There is no Brazil in this. It's Italy and USA. USA has the same cracked ice as series two, and then for for the Italy it's the same as series two. Again, it's like that atomic refractor look. But the thing is with this one, the promo sets were slightly different. Uh the promo set for series 3 USA, we got the cracked ice. Then what happened was Italy was released and it was originally the laser. And then Dylan can give his perspective on this. I seen it in the Facebook group. That's how I seen the cracked ice pop up. Didn't know where they came from, and now we have more information on that. And I'll let Dylan take it away from there.
Yeah, so I'm going to open this up here
Yeah.
on the Discord. There's all shout out to Documenter who found
Shout
this.
out to Card.
Yeah. So sorry that this is so small. Discord doesn't let me make it any zoomed in here. But basically, what they're saying is he tried to grade his promo set. So, like Rob said, promo set means that you're getting these cards. They're not in the regular set. You can't get the hollow. You can't get the base. You can't technically get the laser. But Panini Italy released the laser as the promo set, but they also released the cracked dice version.
Yeah.
And then I guess frantically they pulled it and you no longer could get it. But they got sold and they're out there. I've seen some for sale on eBay. I passed on some.
Yep. Same.
But for me personally, I'm not saying anybody else. I didn't really care too much because I have the USA ones. I think the laser ones are cool because you can't get those over here in the USA. But technically, everyone else thinks the other ones are cool because they recalled them. And so Kari was trying to grade his USA promo set cracked ice with his Italy promo set cracked ice. PSA said no. They said we are not accepting the Italian laser promo cards. Oh, they were saying laser. I thought we were talking about cracked ice.
I thought we were too. So it's the
I might
laser?
have all my information confused.
No, it can't be the laser.
Oh no,
I have
no,
a
sorry, I
laser.
reread this.
Yeah.
The text is so small. My bad. We are accepting the Italian laser promo cards, but we are not accepting the Italian cracked ice version. So they're saying that Panini accidentally sold them. They were in fact confirmed to be printed by Panini, but they were pulled prior to the event due to a licensing issue with the artist. Which, if you go in the Discord, I call BS because the art is the same. What do you mean that licensing issue with the artist? No, they screwed up and they pulled it back, and now they don't want them out there graded, and they're saying it's a licensing issue. They said they contacted Panini about the issue, and they confirmed, but they're not going to print it because they didn't intend for it to come out. Personally, I know a lot of people like PSA, but this pisses me off because I know for a fact that this happened with Pokemon, and they went ahead and graded those.
You know that Jordan Star took 30 years for PSA to grade.
Yeah, but now I'm just saying
So
it just sucks. It just sucks.
Yeah.
I get it business wise because they want to be on good terms with the people who are printing the cards so that they can get reliable information. But at the same time, you're grading a card. I send you a card, please grade it. It is actual. They got proof that they didn't make it, but they will not grade it.
I'll speak for yourself, JT. I like PSA, but but yeah, I think I mean, we've seen it. We have seen where they passed it, but we've also seen multiple situations where they don't. And also, just like we've seen with Beckett, where Beckett has had PMGs that was colored with marker get authenticated. PSA is going to make sure they're on their angle with that, and it could be a money situation, it could be anything like that. But I rather them be safe and sorry, even if it is my favorite cards, Fortnite cards.
Yeah, I don't think this is about being safe. I get what you're saying. I don't think this. I think this is them like protecting. Like Panini was like, yeah, we don't want those. Same thing with the prototypes, and they're like, okay, we won't do it. And that's why they're able to do it the SGC because if anything happens to SGC, that's like their sub business. They don't care. But like as long as they're a PSA brand, they have the connections with Panini and they're doing right. They want to keep that business connection,
which I don't.
Because it also gives them a leg up, right? Because if they have contact with them and they can quickly confirm like what the set is and stuff like that, so they have a leg up on the competition. I don't know if every grading company has those relationships. Like for instance, Tag. Like I don't know if they're just using PSA's pop report as confirmation, or if they have a connection with Panini, right? So I'm assuming that they're trying to like save face here, and they're probably like, it's not worth. It's Fortnite cards. It's not worth arguing with them. No, we're not gonna grade them. Yeah, that's my assumption.
Yeah, everybody has their thing. I mean, Pete, like JT said, he doesn't like the upcharges. He doesn't like the mislabel. I get it. I don't have any problems on my end. Yeah, and everybody has their preferences. You know, have the choice to grade with them. You know, obviously people know their value. A lot of times what happens is people have the complaints, but they still grade with them because of the profit that they get as well. So it just comes to what your decision is. You know, it is easy to close the door. You can just not grade with them.
This is
and
what we'll do.
that's
This is a
yeah,
good, since this video is for people who are learning it.
yeah,
Let's talk about the companies that are cool to grade Fortnite cards with, because like different hobbies like
mm-hmm.
have different preferences. Right now, PSA is the biggest Fortnite card collector. Like, it's not CGC like you might assume, for, like Pokemon stuff like that.
Yeah,
CGC is growing. We do have collectors in here who collect and grade with CGC, like the prototypes. If you get a
mm-hmm.
prototype card, they're graded by CGC, and that's kind of the standard for the Fortnite hobby.
Yeah,
All SGC also does it, but most of the prototypes are going to CGC. But like, you can go in with anyway. I grade with Tag
mm-hmm.
almost predominantly now, but like, I'll buy a PSA card if I need to. Like, I have PSA.
Yep,
I like CGC. I mean SGC for
yeah,
my Koro and for my DKV, which we might get into a little bit here. But like I said, so like pretty much anything's open. All the big ones are pretty much what we do Fortnite cards with.
yeah. Because like even like the it was funny on the aspect of the star card for Jordan. The 85% of them, once PSA started grading them, 85% of them was cracked out of BGS labs and graded with PSA. So, and those same people would complain about PSA in there. And I think that's the problem, because I think PSA could be, the market share could go down, but people aren't stopping grading with them. Even the ones that's complaining every week. So it's one of those things that you got to do your give and take. If you don't like them, don't grade with them, keep it moving, or until then, they're just gonna have the numbers and the market share is just gonna keep growing.
All right. Is there anything else from Series 3? Oh, Frozen cards. So Series 3 is very weird, where like, so you have uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. But inside legendary, they also had a set that wasn't legendary, but
Yeah.
like, they'll get paired with. I think the Frozen cards can get paired with a legendary or an uncommon,
Yes.
which is very strange. So the pull rates for shards in Series 3 is also up in the air. Don't ask me. I have no idea. It's very weird. But the Frozen cards are the only cards out of Series 3 that do not have the logo on the front. They're
Mhm.
very cool. I like them. They're not like crazy used in game, but they're just so dope. So
Yeah.
like, this is like one of the first times we get like an actual subset that you can collect. So many people are chasing the Frozen set, and there's not too many of those like set alone sets. Like they
Yeah.
designed this as a standalone set. So if you want that, this is a really cool set to try to get hollow, Optichrome, laser, and cracked ice in.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Like, the ones I want are these two right here. I want
Yep.
Frozen Nogops and Frozen Fish Stick. I still haven't pulled the trigger on any of them, but
Yeah.
if I get any, those are the two that I want.
No, yeah. I mean, and ironically, I think I pulled every Frozen besides Snowheart, and I'm almost. I think like so. For instance, I got Raptor Glow, and I think I got Snowdrift in the same pack, and then
Yeah, I
so
didn't
it's
pull anything
interesting.
but trash. I've
It's
opened up
interesting.
over 100 megas. This is a difficult set. It has a lot of skins in it, and I pulled nothing but trash. Rob did very well. He always does really well.
No,
Um,
series two, I warmed up after it was like when it was on
okay,
shelves. When series two was on shelves, I did awful. I did awful on
I
series
killed
two on
it.
shelves.
When it was retail price,
Later
I
on,
killed it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got
Later
like
on, it was
three
different.
Ice Kings, three Ice Queens, sold those as
Yeah,
pairs. I hit like so many auras, and yeah, I did go to series two. Not since though. Like,
yeah.
I'm
Mine's is
like oh for
reversed.
like 500 right now, and like I just need to buy the cards at this point.
Yeah.
Um, all right, so is there anything different for series three besides the promos for Italy and USA? Is there anything we're forgetting? Does anybody know if there's anything we forgot? Anything different
Mm,
with series three?
not that I can think of.
I feel like
Help us
Octochromes are
out.
hard to. I feel like seriously Octochromes are hard to come by, or people just don't list them.
Yeah, Kari brought that up a while ago that he felt pretty strong on Optichromes for that reason. And then for my personal preference, if y'all want to know like kind of how we think about stuff, is I'm big on the lasers. I think the lasers are going to be interesting as time goes on. And they look amazing. They're definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, we just mentioned the Frozen set,
Yep.
Valentine. All right, well, we'll move on. So that's all the Panini sets. That's all four of the Panini sets. The
Yep.
next set we think will come out is going to be Tops. No idea when. 2024 maybe. Hopefully, because
Hopefully,
that's why I've been
hopefully.
labeling everything. That's what I'm. I'm in the. I'm on Google #1 at Tops 2024. So we're hoping for that, but it may go to 2025. Who knows? Do I have these in here? I didn't add Magic the Gathering yet. That's wild. All right, we're gonna go to Fringe Collectibles here. Maybe I have them here. If you go to Fringe Collectibles, you can see this. These will all get their own checklist eventually. Here's the Koro. These are little sticker cards that came in the Koro magazines. Why is this cool? Well, the most expensive Pokemon card came from Koro, and this is the same magazine. So I think that's pretty neat. They have really cool illustrations on the back, and there's maybe like 24 of them. I only have 2 up here. Just type in Koro Fortnite, and you should find them. I don't think these are like especially rare because the magazine itself has like a big print run. But the first one had Peely, and it was hollow, and it had Peely and Jonesy. All right, and then the second one had Cuddle Team Leader. None of the other ones were hollow. So those are my 3 favorite ones, are the 3 hollow ones. I think that's when I mean, I have a bunch of the other ones, but those are the ones I got graded were the hollow ones. And then let's see, we've got the stickers. We're going to try to do a whole nother thing on that because I'm doing checklists for the stickers. Lots of fans of the stickers, but I'm not going to get into that yet. DKV cards. These are some of my favorite. I have to pull some out. Unfortunately, as I said before, I tagged will not be able to grade these. So I'm stuck with SGC, which is fine because they look dope. Let's see if I can find some. Yeah. There's only 8. These, now, I'm pretty sure these were printed in China, and lots of people have issues with that for like control. But the DKV set was printed by an actual trading card manufacturer, but I think they outsourced to China, I think.
Yeah. Beautiful cards.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I'll show some more here. So the reason why these are even in here, this was a DC set of comics. And 8 of it's like over 200 cards. The only ones that are cracked ice are the Fortnite ones, and that's because of the Fortnite 0 Point comics. That's why they were in the set. That's one of my
top tier card. That I'm telling you, that is an amazing set right there. I have mine prepped to go to PSA soon. I just been a little lazy.
I need to get all the rest of mine I need to get 10s in SGC. I just love these in SGC. The color balance with the black, I love.
Yep.
You get 19 boxes of those DC sets. That's what's up. They were pretty expensive too. I think
it wasn't easy to. They
were selling them for like $40 a box. But you can potentially pull 4 Fortnite cards per box. So if you do get the DKV, it's called DKV Peru.
It's a fun rip too.
It's a fun rip. You get so many freaking cards, but you only get like on average like 3 to 4 of these. And there's some that I only got 1 or 2, but most of the time it's like 3 or 4. Sometimes they're all the same. So there's only 8 of the cards. They're also not traditional size. This is why Tag won't grade them. They're a tiny, like a couple centimeters taller and a couple centimeters less wide.
Yeah.
But they're very, very cool. I'm trying to think. And then there's the Magic the Gathering set, which I don't have these up here yet. You can do a quick search. The Secret Lair. This works. So you've got these cards. You got 4, 7. All right. But there's also the land set. And so let me search for lands. So they've got the base set, and then they've got the lands.
Yeah.
And these Secret Lairs were only available for 5 days, which was very short for Secret Lair, I believe. I bought so many of this one. I only bought like 5 boxes of this one. But once I got them in hand, these turns out to be my favorite, and I wish I bought more of these. I will share. I'll share them here real quick if I can find them. I'll show you guys some of my. I have them in PSA and I have them in Tag. So this is the hollow. They're very cool cards. So if you're into those, Magic the Gathering, Secret Lair, Fortnite. I will get the checklist eventually up for those next. So, all All right, that was a lot. Was that
Yeah,
helpful? Did we miss anything? Does anybody have any questions?
pretty sure he missed something. Help us out, y'all. Mile high, mile high is funny, bro.
And I'm not mentioning Aura is not Auburn Queen's sister. You gotta stop with that.
Stepsister, stepsister.
That's wild, Mile High. That's wild. The intro to Laser. That's good. Did we say that? Lasers was only introduced in Series 3. If you guys are wondering about that, you can't get them in any other set. I think that was it. Oh, did you see this?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
The Spark Plug
they
new
running through
champion
it.
skin.
They
Like
running through it, bro.
they're running through it. Like she's not going away.
Nope.
This is a great skin.
It's been pretty much and you can go along with this as well. It's been in order almost, which is weird. It's almost been in order. I think the only thing that's technically out of order is we haven't got a focus one yet.
Dude, a focus one.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We haven't got a focus.
Yeah, Kuno one. I think Kuno deserves one.
See, Kuno got the heat with it when it came to the the PlayStation. She got the
I
heat
want
on
that one so
yeah,
bad.
so yeah, Kuno will be another one.
Here's some merch. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I seen that one.
All right, did you see that Hot Topic had Fortnite?
Mm-hmm. The
Okay.
Pilly, the Pilly versus.
I figured you did. I meant to mention this a couple weeks ago. Topic.
It's a Pilly versus Fit Stick one that I really rock with heavy. I actually got that one.
If you guys don't know, there was some pop culture Fortnite license stuff at Hot Topic. I didn't see anything I wanted too bad.
Oh no! So I got the victory one, that victory one. I like that one a lot, especially because it's that gray. It's Pilly versus Fish Stick on the back.
I didn't see the back.
Yeah, so that was an instant cop right there. That's my type of shirt. I like the simplicity on the front, the heat on the back. Yeah, the Pizza Pit one is dope as well, but the rest of these are very old. The Pizza Pit is new. The Dusty Divot, the Victory Royale, Victory Crown ones, is new, but the ones at the bottom, them joints is super old, like 2-3 years old.
All right, so that's pretty much everything. So if you guys have any other questions, we do lives every Friday. Hopefully, if you guys are watching this 3, 4, 5 years from now, we're still going live. But yeah, so welcome to the hobby. That was everything we know about Panini Fortnite cards. I'm sure we forgot something. If we did, leave it in the comments, okay?
Yeah.
So that people can use this as a resource. Now we're gonna get into one of our favorite things, which is recent pickups.
Yep.
It's 11:30. We did good. An hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe we got through everything in an hour and a half. All right, what am I going back to? The 5th.
Just type Fortnite in Hot Topics website, Richard. It should pop up.
Freaking JT in that. I can post a link too.
Yeah.
Let me post that link here. And go back. If you guys want the Hot Topic link.
Right.
My bad, y'all, for making y'all spend
Yo,
money.
Brent, appreciate you, bro. You definitely have been.
Yeah, we appreciate that. See, everyone, you guys can leave the hobby, take a break, go collect some other stuff, keep your stuff, and then come back, and we're here. We're holding it down for you guys. We know you guys are just leaving for a little bit. We understand. Yep. we get it. I saw Dubowski, is that how he says his name, on Facebook, came back with some fire.
With some heat.
He said, I just want you guys to know, I'm still here, and show some heat.
Straight heat.
Mad respect. All right.
But this is from.
So it's got to be the 6th, right? So that's the 5th. All right, here we go.
Oh, no. Keep going. Right?
This is all the 5th. I think we saw this.
We did this.
Maybe we saw that. That was during the stream.
Yeah, we seen that. We seen the one after
this
that.
This is new. All right, so this is $25.
I don't think that's new.
Bryce got this from an actual show.
Yeah.
For $25, and which is a crazy deal. Like, insane deal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for Suki, one of my favorites. That's a crazy deal.
Sure.
All right, Jim's got some USA shards. He got these for cheap too. So if you guys don't know, sometimes you can get some major deals from other sites like Macari.
Yep. Macari's the one, man.
Sometimes you can find some crazy deals. I always find the sold like the next day. I'm like, damn, I wish I had seen that.
That is the worst with Macari because they tell you
Because
how long ago it
yeah,
sold.
it tells you how long ago it sold, and it's always up there. Like you think you found something,
Yep.
and then it says no sold. I was like, oh crap. All right, North Bay with Brazil
Brazil
10. Shout
10.
out. He was
Woo.
trying hard to get this. This guy was
Yeah.
putting him through a journey to get this
He went through
card.
the ringer through that
It's
joint.
a pop one Brazil crystal shard. Crystal shard. So we were just talking about that. We're talking about how difficult it was to grade these. So he got a 10.
Yep.
So shout out to him. Matthew Fair with a 10.
Brazil. Look at that.
Bright
Beautiful.
bomber.
Westrum. I think this was a still as well. Yep.
137 for this one.
Pretty good. I wonder how it's going to grade.
And then we get the 9. So if you guys knew, it's like the hollows are so hard to pull. To give you guys a reference, and I've talked about this before, but back when you could buy fat packs, I bought thousands, like over 5,000, just to finally pull one Black Knight hollow. It was so difficult. Unfortunately for me, an 8. I got an 8.
Man, listen, seeing that hollow on this, when you see that blue hollow, man, crazy experience.
Man,
crazy
every time
experience.
it was something I didn't want. I always saw that blue hollow and I move it aside and it wasn't what I wanted. Bunker Jonesy, I had this in a 10 too.
Love this card.
Jonesy.
Major.
Rob, we should come up with some edgings for people. Love these. I don't put my cards in like the little cases, but people have been loving these things.
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
All right, Dutch Ghoul, Italy 10s. Dutch Ghoul is like a master. He has such a good Italy collection. I think he has a USA collection too, but he's been helping us out. If you look in the Discord, he's been posting a lot of comments about Italy stuff. Since we're not overseas, we rely heavily on the community to provide information, especially when we don't. So hopefully we can help each other. That's the whole point of THG.
Yep.
We got Italy 10 Nara. Hollow Foil Stage Slayer. And Brazil 9.
I thought it was about to be a 10.
I thought it was about to be a 10 too. Yo, this joint looks almost silver.
It looks crazy, right? Yo,
almost looks silver. That's
the blue in Brazil looks unique.
It's so dark. That's interesting. Got an 8 for the Skull Trooper.
That skull hitting, boy. My goodness.
Yeah, that looks like a strong 8 too.
Must have been
in the back. All right, this pissed me off because I saw this. I woke up and it was in my soul. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" If you guys don't know, I love this weapon. Dang, and JT got it for $17.
17. Looks pretty good too.
Yeah, it looks like it could 10. It has a chance to gem. And JT is not even looking into cards, man.
Nah, JT not a card collector no more.
What's up, Shane? Let me say up to some of these people. Yeah, Brent, we've been saying that too. They should release their own cards, but you know. Hey, we'll see what Fanatics and Tops does. I mean, let's wait and see. Oh, sweet. If you guys don't know what he's talking about, their coming postcards are from the actual event of the aliens that they sent out. I'm not gonna put them up there, but those are pretty cool. I gotta get those on the website. Remind me. That's pretty French. That's pretty cool. Yeah, a honey rifle is $17 shards. Crazy. There's a video here. I'm not gonna play it. But what did you get? I know you're in here. This was me. Y'all can see my pool. I'm not gonna do all this. Wait, did I miss one? No. All right, Victor. We're gonna get into the stickers on another episode, but here's some of the stickers, guys. And 10s. These are not easy because of the centering. The centering is going to be very difficult for these. All right, so these 10s are nothing to like put your nose up. This is pretty good stuff. Oh,
it looks great slab too.
I need a Ghoul Trooper. That's gonna be. Oh, that's gonna be beautiful. I need to get some of these. I really do. Bright Bomber 10 and Italy 10. Let's go.
Oh, Inky, they pulled the Italy BK. Jeez.
You pulled an Italy BK? Okay, wait a minute. Is there sound on this? Let me go back up.
Diamond hands.
It's only 58 seconds. Yeah, we got this. I can take a sip of my coffee. Getting straight to it. Let's go. What's on the back? Okay,
Not
okay.
bad, not bad. That's a good
BK,
pack.
way to go. So this is
Dang, that's
proof, guys.
crazy.
This is proof that you want to buy the boxes and not the tins.
Mhm.
Shout out. That's what's up. I'm glad we watched that. Thanks for being here. So we did that. That box is fire. Oh man, I love the reloaded loading screens.
Yeah,
Nine
top
still.
tier,
I
top
sent one of
tier.
these in North Bay and it got like a 6 or 7. It did really bad. But some of these can gem. But nine is nice. And these are the
The
moving cards
moving cards,
that we have
beautiful.
pictures of yet. Um, some of my favorites too. You're gonna ask, right? You're going to national. You're gonna ask tag for me.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna
I'll
take.
ask
You're gonna
that.
take
Yeah,
Crystal Shard. There's his Brazil tin that he got in the mail that we talked about earlier.
yep.
Way home. Tomato Town, Tin Hollow, and then some BGS.
Oof,
Fish Sticks Italy 9, and the Pump 9. I have one of those. And then the Italy Shard 10.
10. Dang,
Woo.
that's a beautiful card, man.
Yeah, I'm not surprised Wiggle was the highest grade. Mine was very low. Yeah, it's I need to buy some more reloaded boxes. I feel like my reloaded is all in a box somewhere. I need to get through them. All right, Jesper
Nice.
with the Hollow Italy 10. I bet those are gonna be low. And then the
Yeah,
10
oof,
laser
that
Jonesy kit.
Kari, that Italy laser, man. I'm telling you, I got the Chaos Agent in the Italy laser, and it is beautiful, man. It is beautiful.
All right, Matthew Fair. His first Series 2 Italy PSA 10 cracked ice purchase. Very nice. If you guys don't know about this skin, this was one of those exclusive partner skins.
Yep,
I forget. I
for
forget which
Xbox.
for Xbox. That's what's special about the Dark Vertex.
Yep,
King with some. All right, I'm gonna guess Brazil.
it looks Brazil. It
It
looks like
looks
Brazil.
Brazil.
Looks a little darker.
It looks
I've been,
like oh look
I haven't been
more
too good
towards
with
the
that
Brazil
lately.
set. More,
I've been-
I
there
promise
you
you, I didn't read that.
go.
Let's go. And the hollows. Yeah, once you notice that Brazil's a little bit darker, you can start to tell.
Look at that Opticron right there, man.
But yeah, I can't make it either, Richard. I'm going to a wedding. I think Rob is still going.
Yeah, it's scarce, but I'm still going. Bare minimum, I'm going at least for a day. Bare
We were
minimum.
planning on all going, making it a big, huge thing. But
Yeah,
next year when there's a tops release and everything, we're gonna be there though.
yeah.
We're gonna be there.
Life be lifing, bro. That's
Yeah,
what it
life
is.
do be life.
You know.
And Jim got this sign. Oh,
Let's
it's
go.
such a dope sign.
I was
It's
tempted.
so dope. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm still getting one eventually. Let me
It's
know.
fire, fire.
That's pretty dope. Yeah, that's fire. Oh, I already liked it. My bad. All right, exploding hamster. Now, if you guys are new, these babies are not
This is
cheap.
ridiculous, bro.
This is like 3 gold bars right here. Okay, we got a PSA 10 Peely USA shard, a PSA 10 USA shard, and another PSA 10 USA shard. That is insane. I will never be able to own a card this expensive. So shout out to Exploding Hamster and this amazing look. This did I fire that one? This has 20 likes already on our Discord. Safe to say that this one's popping
Yeah,
off.
this is an amazing feat right here. This is crazy, man. Dang, that's
Yeah,
insane. That's
he's at
insane.
it. Yeah, he said he's a long-term believer, and like if you're able to put your hands on those, you believed and you went and you took your shot. So shout out
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
That's insane. Oh, this guy and his beautiful. Let's just look at this magnificent card right here.
Now
Will
that
this
card's
be my
hard.
most favorite tag card I have yet? Probably. I think I'm.
Yeah.
I think my stance has always been cracked ice and crystal shard,
Welcome over, brother.
but the
Welcome.
opticones are starting to get to like the simplicity of the shine.
Hmm.
I don't know.
It's
I'm
it's the simplicity, man. It's beautiful.
way better than hollows. By the
Yeah.
way, I think optichromes are like it's not just like
Oh, it's not even close.
at first it was like oh it's like alternative to the hollow. No, this is like it's beautiful.
Listen, that's how I got my Optichrome collection. Everybody thinking they look the same. I was cleaning them joints up on eBay.
Yeah, that
Man,
I'm just glad
what?
this one got a 10. Oh man. Yo, what's up, stepdaddy? Man, you gotta get back on the game, man. Jesper with 6. We talked. I saw this. I was commenting on this. This is a very clean card. A
Mm-hmm.
6 is crazy. Now I
Yeah.
saw Instagram video of someone who took a 6 Pokemon card, sitting back in, and got a 10.
Mm-hmm.
This might be a card worth resending. Well, it's a base, so is it worth
Mm-hmm.
resending? I don't know. Maybe you can just find another base, but
Yeah.
at the same time, it looks pretty. 6 seems kind of.
Yeah. What did the back look like?
That's the question. And his other one got a 10. He thought both were gonna get 10s, and only one got a 10.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rice. If you guys know Rice, he has like
These
I don't know.
triples is going crazy, bro.
Yeah, this is a triple 10 of Raven Crystal Shard.
Not an
Insane.
easy
Like if you
card.
guys don't know how hard it is to do this, you just haven't been collecting long enough. That's insane. Matthew Fier is finding some stuff that might be wrong with the card for it to get a 6. Even with those 3 things, a 6 seems rough. Maybe not. Ooh, a 9 SG. Where did you get
Oh,
this from?
that is
Who
beautiful.
is selling this?
That is
On your
beautiful.
way to you from where? I need. Where's your hookup, Jesper? Where's your hookup? Because I think I need that. Your 8th slab malice. Nice. Actually, I don't think I have 8. Okay, you're beating me on the slab bones. I don't have that many rocks as slabbed because I have like 4 unslabbed. So you are winning right now in slab malices, I have to say.
Yo, Brian, you got so lucky with Rag, bro. Like, it's crazy. He's it like being in series one, then all the options you have with
Yeah,
reloaded
how many
and the
options he has
stickers,
to collect?
man, it's crazy.
That's an insane. That's why I'm saying we got to get the checklist. We're gonna get the checklist up for the stickers because there's. I don't know the stickers. I've only opened up 1 or 2 packs from all
Mhm.
of them.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't. Yeah, I stayed away from them for the most part. So I need to get
Yeah,
educated on them
I'm
and get the
stacked on
checklist
them
up.
drinks. I
Are you
think,
really? Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
I
have
used
to.
to grab. I used to just buy the box from Dollar Tree. Like, I
Yeah,
would just buy the
they're
whole
really good.
box.
Well, because
Like,
I used to buy the basketball stickers. I never liked
yeah,
it, so I stayed
yeah,
away from them. But these are way cooler than the basketball ones. Because the basketball ones are
yeah.
always like small and like
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah. And these are rightfully smaller as well, but like you said, the basketball ones are really really small.
Yeah, no, I like that. I like that the Ragnarok has so many options. I'm
Yeah.
sure I have some in there, some skins I want options of.
Oh yeah,
Like,
for
is all
sure.
of Rox's options in there? That'd be so dope.
I actually don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a Rocks in there. Maybe I'm wrong. It's a lot of cards in that set.
That's what yeah, I'm gonna have to get the I'm gonna get the checklist up for you guys.
Yeah. All right. Ready for the verses?
Yeah, it's your turn. I need to drink some coffee and
Let's
take a
see.
breath.
All right. So we
Mm.
have this is a US. This obviously, y'all, once again, this is all considered PSA 10 or your favorite graded company in gym condition. So this is a USA hollow versus a USA, I mean versus the Italy crystal shard for Dyer PSA 10.
So
Which one you
this
got,
is
bro?
Italy 10
USA versus
Dyer.
USA, yep, USA hollow, and then a Italy crystal shard.
All right, so if you guys are watching this on the playback, you cannot see the poll. Thank
Yeah.
you for Warfighter, I believe who told me that you cannot see it. Feel free to vote anyway if you disagree or agree. Put them in the comments which one you're voting for. Everyone in the live can see the actual win rate to see what they vote for. Maybe I'm gonna start commenting them too. All right, we got 8 votes. All right, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Which one are you going with? The PSA 10 Hollow or the PSA 10 Italy?
PSA 10 Italy for sure. Yeah, I have to go with that one.
You know me, I'm even though I'm liking the Optichromes, I'm
Mhm.
always a cracked ice shard type of person. I'm meant to go to 10 also.
Yeah.
Regardless that it's Italy, I was like, my main thing is like which one looks better, and I just love the shards,
Mhm.
whether it's
Yeah.
Italy or not. So um, that's where I'm going. We got 11 votes. There's 21 people. Put some votes in here. It's very, very close, guys. It's very close. Richard said
Oh,
it isn't close, but it's close. So we have 11 votes.
yeah,
We get a
I
couple
figured it
more.
would be close though. I honestly did. I figured it would be close. It's not close in my mind, but I figured it would be close.
We got 12 votes. I'm not close. I'm not moving on, guys. We got 21 people sleeping
vote,
on.
vote, vote, yeah.
Thir-
Oh,
13, 13 votes.
Brian, I know, man. I gotta first of all, Brian, you sent me my first graded Omega for the sticker. I gotta send some of my ready to jump stickers in for sure.
We got 14 votes. Is that enough? Out of 22 people, 14 votes. Anybody else?
Mile high.
Going
I
once,
actually seen
twice.
sport card investor did this. I ain't wanna jack his joint like that, but this is a good idea.
All right, so the Italy Dyer Shard won at 57%.
Yeah, Mile high, we don't have to do it. And the only reason why we can do it is because you said it, not us. So yeah, we're gonna take that one.
It's for PSA 10s. All right, move on to the next one.
Yep. So this is
Hmm.
Cozy Commander, I believe, versus 8 Ball. Just put Cozy.
Ooh,
Uh,
8 ball. All right.
this one's not close for me. I'll let you go first.
All right, so I don't care about either of these. All right. I think Cozy Commander is probably might be more used,
For
might
sure.
be,
For sure. No,
but eight ball
definitely.
is more memorable
Mhm,
from chapter two. In years to come, he might be even like OG if we
mhm.
get that far into the future, right? It also is a cool looking card. So and blue's my favorite color. I'm gonna go with 8 ball. I don't care about Cozy, even though some sweats in the future might. I like 8 ball. I'm not to go with 8 ball.
Yeah, yeah, same. I like that Cozy Commander. Got the spaz in her hand, but definitely taking 8 Ball on this one. Whoa, Inky,
Whoa! Shout
chill,
out to
bro.
Inky, man.
For the THG giveaway
Shout out
fund.
to
Let's
Inky. I
go.
appreciate that so much. Thank you,
Appreciate
Inky.
it.
That goes a long way. I'm gonna extend our ads for the
Thank
hobby
you.
a couple more days thanks to Inky. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Inky. We really appreciate that, man. For
Shout out to
sure.
Inky. All right, we've got 13 votes. I'm gonna end it here. 8 ball won at 69%.
Yeah. Like EDK said, 8 Ball is a hard one to find, man. For sure. Oh, my bad. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I
All
just
right.
got a shout out. Inky is always looking out for the community. He's always
Always.
out in those shows. He's out there spreading the word. And this hobby is a greater place because of people like Inky. So thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Inky.
All right, what do you got next? I'm
Let's see.
interested. I'm in it. Oh,
Ember versus Zoe.
this is gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, this is a actually, so ironically, Zoe comes from my most nostalgic battle pass, which is chapter 1, season 4, but I'm not a big fan of the skin. So I'm definitely gonna go with Ember here. I think Ember is a dope skin and a dope card in general, especially her extra style. But it's also chapter 1, season 8, so it's a little biased there. But yeah, definitely Ember.
I have to say this is I never cared for Ember, but let me tell you, the on card, this is one of the most fire looking
It
cards. I'm telling
is.
you, this
No
joint's
pun intended.
sick. No pun intended. It's just a great card. Um, I never cared for Zoe, but Zoe did have her moment for
She
people.
did.
She did
She
have her
did.
moment. So, long term, like some people could like recognize Zoe. I don't think Ember ever really had a moment.
Mm-mm.
But since she didn't matter to me, I'm gonna go with Ember just because it looks better. But I
Yep.
think Zoe might have some kind of fan base somewhere.
I agree.
Um,
And she also has dope extra style. I mean, she has dope styles as well. Like what is that? It's in series 3, I believe. Her summer style. Something like that. But
oh,
yeah,
I never realized that.
yeah.
That is, you're right. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. We've got 11 votes. I'm gonna end it. It's Ember 55%, Zoe 45%. So it's pretty much a tie, one by
Yeah.
one vote.
Yeah, Richard, I agree with you on that. Zoe's definitely
Yeah,
more recognizable.
yeah,
She do.
but that Ember card is
Yeah, that jet is
that
fire,
joint
bro.
just goes too good.
Tropical punch. Thank you, Richard. Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I
like
actually
that. I
never,
like that Zoe. I like
I
that
actually
Zoe.
never realized they were the same, but that makes so much sense.
You know which one I didn't realize was the same, and I felt stupid for it.
Hmm.
Because the name is in it. But I never put Fable and Summer Fable together. Like,
What about I'm
bro, I just
blanking.
like I'm like, what the heck? I don't know why I never put those
Dude,
together.
I'm blanking on the I'm blanking on the freaking name. There's another one too.
It's because it's
Oh,
close.
Grim Fable's the same.
I knew Grim Fable.
Okay, okay.
Summer Fable caught me though.
Yeah, a lot of them have like even if
Wait.
they have the names, you still be forgetting.
Oh shoot, wait, did Summer Fable cross all three like Pilly and Skulltrooper?
Maybe.
I think she did. She's in Summer Fable's in series
Let's
3,
not
right?
talk about Fable too much. Let's just chill. Let's
Make
just
it
chill.
that's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Shoot. All
All
right,
right.
let's move on. Let's move
What's
on.
next? What's next? What's up, Daniel? Oh, Daniel, don't forget, man. You told me to remind you about that trade. Aura and Autumn Queen are not the same.
I did know that, Mahai. I did.
Stop. They're not the same. Don't make me blow a gasket. All right. So we've
Yo,
got
Yonder versus Birdie. I'll go first. Birdie, sweaty as she can be for sure. But I'm going Yonder on this one. I actually like Yonder on card a lot. Never will use him in game personally. But I really do enjoy his card. The yellow, the King's Crown is fire. And they did take off the toilet roll for his card on this one. So
that is good. You can't unsee
yeah.
it. If you don't know what you're talking about, too bad. You have to be inside. It's an inside joke, man. Just go back a couple episodes. I'm gonna have to go with Birdie.
Yeah, I figured.
I never cared about the DJ Yonders.
I'm not mad at you on that one.
But Birdie is a legit sweat skin. She's not one like I play with or anything like that, but you recognize her. If you're sweat, you know the skin.
Immediately.
She's gonna have her fan base. She's gonna have people who main her. So I think she's a great long term under recognized card. So shout
Chill,
out to
Ryan.
Ryan.
Let's go,
Appreciate
bro.
you, man. Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much. You guys
Hey,
are paying it forward. We really
man,
appreciate it. Shout
we
out to
really
you guys.
appreciate this.
Seriously. All right, Ryan, what's your favorite card? We gotta do a shout out
Yeah,
to what
dang,
your
bro.
favorite card
That's
is.
dope.
All right, Yonder won. Oh, 15 votes on this one. Yonder won 80 to 20%.
Okay, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. Dang, that's crazy.
Yonder, 80%
Yeah,
picked
80% is nuts.
Yonder
that's
over
that's
Birdie.
that's that definitely makes her underrated. I ain't gonna lie because Birdie is sweaty as she can get, and yeah, people will definitely come back around for Birdie if they haven't already. I think it's some people that's kind of hip to it, but not everybody.
Since Ryan gave us a tip, we got to talk
Let's
about 8
go.
Ball here for a minute. That's your favorite skin? That is a dope skin. It never pops up. It might be literally one of the rarest Series 2 characterized cards. We didn't see it for like over a year.
Yeah.
And then when we did, it went crazy.
Yo, chill.
For the community. Shout out to Bone Staple too.
Yeah,
Man, you
let's
guys are
go.
crazy.
But
Oh my gosh.
yeah,
Shout out to Bone Staple.
Bone
We already
Staple.
know Bone Staple's favorite card.
Yeah,
But we gotta do a shout out. Malice. Malice is a dope ass card.
Malice in the Palace, bro.
Shout out to you. Who now? If you guys don't know, Bone Staple is going to have the biggest Malice collection out of anybody.
Yeah,
So shout out to you. We really appreciate the tips, man. We really appreciate it. It goes a long way.
And to round out 8 Ball, his Optichrome is one of my favorites, and also he is the first. He's in the first battle pass going into Chapter 2, so that's something not to look over as well.
Yeah, I actually remember the whole fight with 8 Ball and the dark version, the whole thing.
Scratch.
Yeah, Scratch, man. Shout out to Donald.
Which is in the set as well. Which is in the set as well.
Man, thank you all, man. This has been a great podcast. Thank you guys. You guys do not have to tip, and it goes a long way. So we really appreciate it. All right, did I end this one already?
You know, Richard, something light. Can't forget about that. That drink was crazy.
He said something light. All right, what's the next one?
All right.
Oh.
Tornado Head versus Royal Knight. I'm gonna let you go first, bro.
Wait, yeah, let me put this out here to see what everybody else is gonna say first, because I don't want. I might be surprised. I spelled tomato wrong, but I don't care. Tomato Head or Royal Knight. Now, Tomato Head, we just saw that Hot Topic had the Tomato Head shirt, all right? And Tomato was legendary back in the day, had his own POI and stuff like that.
Multiple times.
No one cares about Tomato Head anymore. Have you noticed that? Like, I don't think anybody cares about him anymore. It's all, and Royal Knight to this day is still sweaty skin that sometimes gets used. I'm gonna go Royal Knight all day. If I had to pick which card I wanted Royal Knight. I never got her. I had Blue Squire. If I would have had her, she might be top 3 if I had her.
No,
You know,
I get exactly what you're saying.
because you see me,
Yeah.
I wear blue squire all the time too. But
Yeah.
like female skins and me, we go like,
Having the skin to go along with the card can jump a card probably 10 spots just based off of having the actual skin in game.
yeah, yeah, having the skin, yeah, having it goes crazy.
Yeah.
People like to recognize that too. So like with the recent ad we did, like people was like, "Oh, I have her."
Yep.
Like they like to recognize that they have that skin. It
Yeah.
means something to them.
Yeah.
I really wish I had her.
For me, this one is tough because yo, listen, I'm from Buffalo, New York, so pizza is the pizza and wings is big here. So I'm always big on Tomato Head. Still have to get one in the collection. But Royal Night is just different, bro. Royal Night is different, and I have to go Royal Night on this one. Very close cards though, but
All right, so
Royal Night get the win.
that's what you said. What do you think the community said before I posted it? I'm just curious.
This one is hard. It might be Tomato Head to be honest, but I would assume Royal Night, but it might be Tomato Head.
All right, we get 17 votes. 65% of the people had said Royal Knight's the better. Oh, 18 votes. Wait, 61% of people said Royal Knight. 40% or 39% said Tomato Head.
That's
So
closer than I thought.
yeah, it was pretty close. We're not gonna go there, JT. Okay,
Yo, JT,
that's a
chill,
sore
bro.
subject. Okay. Um,
Yeah,
how did we meet? So we'll tell that story real quick. How Rob and I met.
yeah.
Rob was doing these Instagram videos about Fortnite cards, and I
Hmm.
was jumping into those joints. I own FortniteCards.com,
Hmm.
and he was doing these videos. I was in there, and we were just going back and forth about all the knowledge. Everyone else was kind of watching, and I just kept commenting, and we just had a dialogue going. And then we connected because I made this whole post about Aura because at the time nobody was collecting Aura. I was buying
Yep.
Cracked Ice Aura for $25.
Hmm.
And then I bought as much as I could find. And then people started asking for it. And I said, if you guys want to buy an Aura from me, she's 2K. I'm just
Hmm.
saying. And then Rob and I started talking because he felt the same way. He said, like, the community was not paying
Yep.
attention to what was important. Um, and then we just meshed together really well. So it was like, hey, let's start a podcast together, combine it with the website, and just help build the community.
Yeah.
That's how we
He
met.
for he last thing we did Dylan on FortniteCards.com, he dropped the list because Beckett butchered that joint. And so and I agreed with a lot that was on there. So we did a live on my Instagram and there was a great one. So we felt that it was smart to partner and we went from there.
So yeah, Beckett released this list, and it pissed me off, man. It pissed me off so bad. I had to make my own top 25 list, post it on FortniteCards.com.
Yeah.
Man, it was horrible. So I had to buy this magazine just to remember that.
Yeah.
All right, so I posted that. That was a close one.
Who you got in the verses?
And this one, World Night.
No, not this one.
Which one?
JT's verses.
Oh wait, I didn't read his. Oh, who do I got in the verse? Oh man. I'm gonna go with I think Tyler saw his first. My man's is
Yeah.
hustling. He's
Yeah.
pushing. He's trying to sell it. He's posting
It,
it. I
it
got him
seems
selling
it seems like Rice is having the proper resistance. It's a well balanced situation. I will say Tyler was first at bat, so I think that's what will happen first. But it's been interesting to watch to say the least.
Well, what I do know about Rice is though, like he has a lot of cards,
Yeah.
and I get the impression like he's not pressured to sell.
Right.
So like he won't be pressured to sell at a lower price than he wants to. Like he has some cards that I want, and like I know that where he's at and where I'm at are two different places, and like he's strong enough to like hold it to whatever he wants to sell it for. So I think
Yeah,
that Tyler will probably come down, but that's
for
just my
sure.
guess.
Yeah. But nice little verses in between there. And I think this is the
I
last
hope they
one. Not
both
sure.
get what they want. By the way, I hope they both
Yes.
get what they want for their cards. And
Patience, y'all. Patience.
patience, yeah. I never have patience when I sell. I always sell for the least amount.
This one is low key tough. I'm not gonna lie. But Durburger versus Spider Knight. You want to go first on this one, or you want me to go?
Yeah,
I'll
I'll
go.
go first. Oh
All
no,
right,
you
go
go
ahead.
first.
All
Yeah,
right,
you
I'll
go.
go. So this one's tough because I actually do really like Spider Knight card aesthetically. In game is a different conversation. But Durburger is iconic. And if I do end up having Tomato Head, having Durburger to go, Beef Boss, my bad, I'm calling him Durburger. Having Beef Boss to go along with him, would definitely be dope. So I by a very slight margin, I'm going Beef Boss on this one.
Um, so like I like Der Burger, like the place, right?
Yes,
I like it when Don Wester did the comic cover. Um, I like the reloaded Der Burger Under the Stars loading screen. It's dope. I don't care about either of them as skins, if that makes sense.
I agree. Yep.
So if I had to go based off of that, I'm gonna go Spider Knight. I just think I like the card better.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Durburger the skin, like I like Peely, right? I
Right.
think Peely looks like nice and simple. It actually looks nice. Same thing with Guff. I like that. I like the POI better than I
Then
do the actual character. Same thing
yeah.
with Tomato Head.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go Spider Knight. It just looks so dope.
Yeah, Spider Knight is hard to pass on, bro. That is a beautiful card right there. And I think that I'm almost oh no, it's one more. My bad. How did I almost forget this one? So this was a special edition here. This is
Ooh.
this one is crazy. So highest grade aerial assault trooper prototype. If y'all don't know, this is a prototype. Highest grade versus a PSA 10 Renegade Raider Reloaded. Now, while Dylan is typing, I just want to make sure that I got the context right because I don't want to butcher anybody's submission.
It's Aerial Assault Trooper, right? I
Yep.
spelled Aerial wrong, but I'm not going back to fix it, guys. Just so y'all know. I already know I spelled it wrong. All right. Renegade Raider Reloaded 10. So Reloaded Renegade Raider is the 10, and the other one is just whatever the highest grade is because it's a
Yep.
prototype. It's more
Yep.
rare.
Yep. So
There's
highest
only
grade versus
7 Renegade Raider 10s right now.
yep.
For me personally, I'm gonna go Renegade
Oh.
Raider PSA 10.
Oh shoot.
And the fact is, like, I don't care about that skin, although it's rare. And like the premise is not what goes. That's what's like the most expensive. Technically, it's like whatever would you want to keep in your collection.
Yeah.
And then like I've always wanted Renegade Raider. I'd rather have her than him,
Yeah.
personally, especially in a 10. I mean, there's only 7
Yeah.
now, so and although the other one might be more rare, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's not going to be the sure that's not going to be the majority. I don't know though. What about you?
Yeah. I'm not overly aggressive on the prototype side, personally, but this is Aerial Assault Trooper, and I do like Aerial Assault Trooper. It kind of falls in the same category as well. It does fall in the same category as Renegade Raider, where um, even if it came out, I know I wouldn't wear the skin, but I do appreciate what it represents, just like Renegade Raider. And with it being a prototype, I'm definitely taking Aerial Assault Trooper on here on this one. The green is beautiful on this card, to be honest. But like I said, I'm not majorly big on prototypes. It's like probably 2 to 3 prototypes I would like to have in my collection. But Aerial Assault Trooper is pretty dope, so I'm going with Aerial.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if I had to, I don't even know how many of this is printed. So I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. And they're
Like
both again, but they're both OG, and this one is like a Series 1 versus a Reloaded. So I get it. I get it. It
Series One
got
prototype
14
at that.
votes. Yeah,
Yeah,
Series prototype. It was not released in the actual set, guys. So this is a card that they were going to put in, and then they decided not to.
yeah.
All right, I'm in the poll. 67% said Aerial Assault Trooper. 33% said the PSA 10
That's
Renegade Raider.
that's not bad. That's
Not bad.
actually
I
yeah.
thought I was
That's
going to be like the only one who won the
mhm.
Renegade Raider. But I
Nah.
think that, yeah, I think that was a fair. That was a hard one. I think that was a hard
Yeah.
one.
He said Patty said no way I picking prototype. Yeah. For me,
Not me, Rob. We split it
yeah,
down the middle.
yeah. I picked the prototype. For me, it's like I actually do like this. Like I said, it's not too many prototype cards that I do want, right? It's if I'm being honest, I seen a variation of Omega, I seen a variation of Visitor, and I seen Still Sight. Those are the 3 prototype cards that I would want. I would never be aggressive on them, but if I could, like, if they, laid out properly, that's ones I would go for. Aerial Assault Trooper, I like what it represents. I like the fact that it is a base card. It looks vintage, along with it being just like Renegade Raider, where it came to it never coming back out. So I really do like the prototype on this one.
Yeah, you cannot be chasing the prototypes and still like respect like what they
Yeah,
are and what they represent.
yeah,
Um, they're legit. Like if this was like one of my favorite skins as a prototype versus the Renegade Raider, I
yeah,
would probably pick the prototype.
yeah,
I just like being completely honest. Like
That's what you
just
would
because,
like to have.
yeah,
Yeah.
just because this is a rare skin doesn't mean it means anything to me. It never has. So it's a super rare skin. It just didn't mean anything to me personally. Um, so that's why I'm picking. I also think that the Renegade Raider PSA 10, not investment advice, guys, but I think it will do just fine long term. Regardless of they're saying this is a $70. I think Richard said this is a prototype of 70K card.
Mm-hmm.
I think these can flip flop. Like I could see the Renegade Raider go up and this one go down. I don't know.
No,
So
so to Dylan's point, I would truthfully say this, and I'm not. This is outside of the prototype card. Now, I'm not. I'm just talking about the Renegade Raider card. Yeah, I know that I'm not overly aggressive on this card, but what I can truthfully say, this card has a lot going for it. It really does. The vintage look, the hard to grade. As time goes on, the conversation will continue to ramp up. I like the Renegade Raider card a lot. It's just not aggressive for my collection.
I haven't seen any for available for sale right now. I think correct me if I'm wrong. The last one did 3,000, maybe more.
Let me see.
I thought it was
can.
like
I
money
can.
and trade. I do know one Renegade Raider PSA 10 was traded for a good amount of
Oh, you
shards.
talk, yeah, no, so yeah, things. I didn't know if you meant public sale or not, Patty, but yeah, there was one that was like that.
Is there a public sale?
Let me just see. I don't know for sure. I'm just double checking though.
So I graded the first Renegade Raider, and I sold mine for 1,000. No questions asked. As soon as I got it, I posted it on Instagram, not for sale. And someone hit me up saying they'd like to buy, and they offered 1,000. And I was like, "Oh dang, really?"
Okay,
And so I sold it. And from there,
so
it went up to like 2 to 3K. And then I think one was valued at. I'll let Rob say what he
yeah,
found.
so there was one on Golden Marketplace that sold for 4,500 November 21st, 2023, and then February 17th, 2024 at SGC 10 sold for 532.
An SGC 10 sold.
Yeah, for
I
532.
missed that one. Yeah, that was Rob. But that's SGC 10. Yeah, so anywhere from 500 to 5,000, I guess. That was on PSA 10. So there's only 7 PSA 10s.
Yeah.
Um, so I have a 9.5 SGC, and it's probably only worth like 150, maybe
Hmm.
300. I'm not selling it for that
Hmm.
personally. I'm glad I got 9.5. I'm not gonna sweat it. My next goal is a tag one. Um, I may never hit it again. If
I
not, I'm
mean,
gonna try.
if you a real one, like let's keep it real. If you a real one, you gonna crack that SGC, put 10
I'm
toes down, and send it to tag.
all right. Someone said this. Bryce said this in the Instagram about. So y'all saw have the Aura
Yeah.
Optichrome. If I
Uh-huh.
can't find a cracked ice one, I might crack that one and
Hmm.
send that to tag because I'm pretty sure that PSA 10 will be a 10 tag. Am I sure the
Test it, bro.
9.5? Do
Test
I
it.
think the 9.5 at SGC is going to make a 10 at tag?
I don't
Uh,
know.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. So we'll see. I'm gonna probably just rip some more boxes. I'm gonna buy some boxes to try to hit my renegade. Um, I just need to get through 270 renegades to get a 10. You know,
Yo, Richard, I wouldn't even blame you, bro.
dude. So I saw this aura here 10. If I can't find a raw aura to send a tag, I'm not talking about anytime soon, but like over time, eventually, I'm gonna need to. This is just for my collection. I'm not gonna sell it anyway, right? So that
All
one's
right.
that my last cracked ice aura is staying with me unless I get another one. Then I could sell it, but I'm not selling my last one. Just this is how it is. Well, sorry, you guys can hate all y'all want, but I want that
No, it's
joint.
not. It's not hating. It's the same thing you do. When you
Yeah,
say yeah,
it's not
it's the same
investment
way.
advice.
Yeah, it's the same way. Everybody got
It's
their
we can't
opinion
let you
about
crack that.
PSA. They got the opinion about tag. That's all.
It doesn't decrease the value. It won't decrease the
Mm,
value at all.
you sure?
Yeah, it won't decrease the value.
Wait,
I'm
you
not gonna
mean
sell it.
no? But I mean
A card doesn't lose its value because it's not in the slab. If I wanted to get it, I just get it regraded again. If I really needed to, if I couldn't sell it at
yeah,
the
but
PSA price,
that defeats the purpose, though.
okay, then maybe it decreases the value by $20. Okay,
You sure?
yeah. So if I wanted to sell it and I couldn't sell it for the tag price, right? Which I would never list it less than a PSA. If I grade with tag and I do the tier S and it gets like 970 or 980 or whatever, I'm not selling it less than a PSA 10. And if it doesn't sell and I really want to sell it, I'll just send it to PSA if I really need to. So
Yeah,
it'll
but
cost me $20.
yeah, no, but what I'm saying is the
So
the
no,
the
it's not
point
going
of
to lose
the
any
point of
value.
it is it would lose value, but it would, not if you put it back in PSA, that defeats that whole point though.
I'm just saying if it came to that, but I don't. If it gets a high grade, I'm not selling for less. Just saying.
No, I know, I respect
Yeah,
that, but it in context and theory, it would technically lose value in when it comes to selling it. Now
possible.
that's your PC card, so it doesn't matter because you're not selling it. But in theory, it would.
I get what you're coming from. I would just
Because it would be considered for tag it would be considered a raw. Somebody's gonna attempt to get it for what a raw grade is. Now they unless they completely respect tag, and that's the whole conversation is about if people respect tag. Now, if somebody respect tag, they might put the premium on the possibility of getting a PSA 10, or if they
or
use
maybe they
BGS
want a
9.5.
tag. Maybe they
Maybe
want a
no,
tag.
but that's what I said. If somebody could possibly want one, and that may take time, but as of right now, yeah,
So
that would be the case.
everyone in the market puts a PSA on like a pedestal, and I'm like the card is what matters me personally. So I don't think it's going to lose value. It's the card, and based on
But
tag system, especially if I get the 1,000 point score, I don't think it would lose value if it gets what it gets.
But isn't and you see the thing is, one thing that do frustrate me a little bit is that people say everybody puts PSA on a pedestal. That just clarify that is everybody, because even when conversation happens, it's a comparison to PSA. So yeah,
Mhm.
it comes from every single angle. I feel like sometimes when people say everybody, they exclude themselves, but it's literally everybody. So that's why I'm saying that's why I said it would lose value, whether it's realistic or ideal or not, or if it makes sense, it would lose value in that context of being in a
I would
tag
argue and
versus
say it doesn't
PSA.
lose
So
value. It loses liquidity.
no, it loses value as well. Just in general, like even I mean, look at BGS 9.5 compared to a PSA 10. Now that doesn't mean the card is any different, but based off of how people treat slabs, it loses value. It doesn't make it right or wrong. It just that's what happens.
Yeah, but
That's
the card itself doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
no,
If
yeah,
anything, yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
if you're going to sell it, then that would be the case. But yeah,
I'm not going to be selling it, guys.
yeah,
It's not worried, and I'm not worried about something theoretically losing value.
that's
Um,
not the point. But yeah,
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is to me that card like a PSA 10 is worth what this is worth in a tag 10 to me.
But but if you go to
That's
sell it,
how
it
I
has to
value
be,
it. So it won't lose
yeah,
value to me. That's all I'm saying.
to you.
Value is a different thing. Liquidity can be a completely different thing.
Yeah,
If that makes
I
sense.
guess so. All right. Not really, but yeah, I feel you. But in this context, that's not the case. But I feel you. Agree to disagree.
He said agree to disagree.
Yeah,
You guys will see that once grading comes into it, everyone has their own opinions.
for sure.
There's
For
no
sure.
grade. There's no set value. Um, go look at go look at West Value's bullseye.
But that's the thing you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. I
Mm-hmm.
agree with the way you value it, but when you go to sell it, when it does sell, if you're going to sell it and it does sell, there will be a value gap there. It's not saying it,
Yeah,
whether you sell it or not is different. That's what I'm saying. I respect that you value it the same, but when that says sold, the value would be different just based off of that.
yeah. If it actually
Yeah.
sold at that price,
Right.
but I'm
That's all
saying
that's all I
mine
was
won't
saying.
lose value because I won't ever sell it short.
But that's what I
Now, if
was
I did an
saying is,
auction, maybe it could, but it's not.
yeah.
I'm not gonna let it devalue. It's not something that
Yeah.
itself. It hasn't been changed, right? Like if I
But
needed to get max value in 3 years, if max value is still PSA, and I really needed to, then yeah, I can grade it with that. So I'm not technically losing any value, is what I'm saying by getting
no, in
graded.
that case you wouldn't be.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I was saying.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter, guys. Collect what you like.
Yes, Brent, I got one.
He sure did.
I got a Lux. I have not gotten my BK yet.
If I send it to PSA and it nines,
He's
then
gonna send it back to tag.
PSA is not very consistent. Then is it, Richard?
Who
Why
said they
trust
were?
this? No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. If I send it to them and they 9, don't send it again. Then if it's a thousands of dollars, just send it again. Eventually, if you think about
Ooh.
PSA.
See there,
But
but
I'm not going to
this
go
is
down that. I'm not going to
this
go down
is.
that value. I don't care enough. Like, so I saw something in their Discord and
Mhm.
a JT site, Fortnite cards. It's not an investment, and I agree 100%. People look at this
Of
as an
course.
investment. It can be a business. You can buy high, sell low, and stuff like that. But Fortnite cards are not an investment, right? It's a collectible. It's different. So I'm not going to be playing that
Well,
game, flipping and all that
well,
type of stuff.
it's not a game. Like for instance, you sold cars recently?
No, actually, I
You
did
have
sell card
yeah,
recently.
yeah, oh yeah, of course. Even I'm talking about over the past year, 6 months.
Oh
That's
no, yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's my thing personally. My thing personally is, of course, I haven't sold my top cars. I had them for over 3 years. The thing is, when I'm ready to sell, I do want them in a PSA slot based off of security of me sending them in and the insurance on the side. And also, I just like PSA, just like you just like tag. But if I do, I would like to get the value that I put in or wherever the value
Yeah.
is true, so that's the whole thing.
But yeah,
Like
that's
that,
fair for like collectibles. You
yeah,
want to at least get the value that you put into
yeah.
it.
If you sell an
Um,
art piece, get the value back.
my thing, mile high for investments. Investments must produce something. So like Nike produces something. It's called profit, right? And so that's what an investment is. You invest into something like a business that creates something else. Collectibles don't produce anything unless you sell it. So
But
it's
that's
an
what no,
asset. It's not
that's
an
what
investment.
that's what Mile High is saying. Even though I don't look at investment side on the cars,
He said
that's what
Nike
he's
isn't an investment.
yeah.
It is.
No, no, he's talking about the sneakers in that case. Like he would be talking
Oh,
about
are you
like
talking
the
about Nike the business, or are you talking about sneakers?
yeah, like
So
I
like collectibles are assets, not an investment. Investment produces
yeah,
something.
yeah, he's talking
Yeah,
about the sneakers. Yeah,
yeah. But hey, I mean, people can think about well, that's just how I view it, guys. If you guys do investment, I don't look down on it or anything like that. I just
agree.
when I go into collecting, I buy it for what it is. If it goes up in value, it's great. You want to buy stuff, you want to collect stuff that's worth a lot of money and goes up in value. That's great. It's a great feeling. So I'm all for that. I hope the hobby goes to new heights. But
Agreed,
like, and when I
JT.
see investments, I think of like returns and things like that. So,
Agreed, JT, for sure.
but again, guys, if you guys are new to this podcast, we do not provide investment advice.
No.
So, or advice in general. We're just telling you our opinions. We take y'all's advice. I take JT's advice, man. He advises me on art all the time. Which we need to get JT in here, and you need to do an interview so I can
I
see some
just
of his
I just
collection.
I just been waiting. Nah, Brent, I don't.
I used to play Pokemon Go a long time ago, but no, not for a while. I don't collect Pokemon either. I used to when I was a kid.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's how I got into collecting. One of the first things I got into collecting. Then I went through many other routes. All right, this was a great podcast. It is 12:20. Are there any last ideas? Any last thoughts, Rob?
Nope.
Oh, we got to do one more shout out to shout out to Inky, to Bones. Help me
And
here real
Ryan.
quick. And
Ryan.
Ryan. Shout out to you for the tip. Appreciate it, Ryan. Bone Staple, I appreciate it. And shout out to you, Inky Bro, always looking out. We thank you guys so much. If you guys want to subscribe, go to FortniteCards.com. You can subscribe there. We will be working on some cool member benefits here soon.
Uh-huh.
I got to tell you, I got some stuff cooking up. I have some cool ideas. So we appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Have a good one, y'all.